I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh. I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. And I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, it is Thursday, and thank you for choosing to spend your morning with us. This is the Expresso Morning Show on 3. Good morning. We have a fun show ahead for you.
We do. Good morning.
Sorry.
Put it there. Zoe, looking very smart with your
Thank
little
you.
Meep ears.
Meep.
Meep ears, very cool. Thank you very much for joining us. It's your Thursday morning. We've got a breakfast basket of note packed for you as we get ever closer to the weekend. But for now, make sure you sit back and enjoy. Make yourself a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, chai tea, which I'm going to have. Actually, I feel like a chai tea this morning. But great show. Listen, we are very, very excited to announce that we have the one, the only multi-award winning hip-hop artist and entrepreneur, Kuli Chana, with us in the house this morning. And he's here to talk about that success of his One Source song and campaign as well. We're going to get to know him through some rapid fire questions later on this morning.
Awesome stuff. And then we also will be joined by presenter Search on 3 judge Jeannie D as the contestants. They head off to Reunion Island, and all of that can be caught in tonight's episode at 7:30. But we'll unpack that a little bit
Can't
more.
believe we're getting closer to that end result. Who will walk away? Who will be the top 3?
Who's going to join us on the show? It's exciting.
Exciting stuff. Listen, and then also a very big subject. It's all about baby talk on your Figure Breakfast show this morning. It's a Thursday. We like to do that. Postpartum depression, a very big subject. What you need to know, we'll run you through.
That's right, and stemming off the baby talk, we'll also be doing a unique workout this morning, and this is specifically for pregnant moms. We're going to be taking you through a pre- and postnatal workout. The ladies from Fit for Two, they are joining us for that.
Fit for Two, I like that. What a fitting name as well.
Very sweet.
Cool. So there you have it. That's just a little snippet of what we have planned for you this morning, but a whole lot heading your way throughout the course of the morning, so make sure you stay tuned. Right now, though, let's get you up to scratch. Leanne looking absolutely beautiful this morning.
Good morning, Fred, and welcome back, and good morning to you at home. Let's get you updated on what's happening in the news. In the national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has hailed the first decade of the existence of BRICS as a major success in global developmental agenda. Ramaphosa was speaking at the official opening of the 10th BRICS summit currently underway in Sandton. The meeting brings together leaders and businessmen from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. China's President Xi Jinping warned that the world is facing a choice between cooperation or confrontation. In a speech aimed largely at the Trump administration, Xi said that there could be no winner in any trade war. Meanwhile, the Minister of Trade and Industry, Rob Davies, has said South Africa plans to use the BRICS platform to find ways to mitigate the impact of growing protectionism as the country has become collateral damage in the ongoing US trade wars. Speaking on the sidelines at the BRICS summit yesterday, he said the business forum established by the 5-nation emerging economies would be used to encourage trade amongst member states and find ways to promote multilateral trade. Now moving further abroad, 2 mountain gorillas have been born in the Democratic Republic of Congo's famous Virunga National Park, bringing to 9 the number of babies born this year. A 19-year-old mountain gorilla named Kayenga gave birth to her 3rd child, a boy, while 8-year-old Anangana gave birth to her first baby, a girl, the park has said in a statement. The mountain gorilla is one of the world's most endangered animals. Over the last decade, Virunga National Park's mountain gorilla families have played a major role in increasing the species' worldwide population. And then finally, a massive underground lake has been detected for the first time on Mars, raising the possibility that more water and maybe even life exists there, international astronomers said yesterday. Located under a layer of Martian ice, the lake is about 20 kilometers wide, the largest body of liquid water ever found on the red planet. Mars is now cold, barren and dry, but used to be warm and wet. It was home to plenty of liquid water and lake at least 3.6 billion years ago. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Time for our very first look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Ewan.
Thanks so much, Leanne. Let's get into your sports headlines this morning. Starting off with rugby news. The Lions received a boost yesterday as captain Warren Whiteley and Andries Coetzee extended their contracts with the Joburg side. Both players will remain with the Lions until the next of the 2019 season. The extensions serve as some relief for the union, with a host of players and coaches recently leaving for opportunities overseas. Whiteley and Coetzee will be in action this Saturday as the Lions face the Waratahs in the Super Rugby semi-final. And then over to soccer news. French defender Benjamin Pavard has been awarded the goal of the tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Pavard's award-winning strike came in the 57th minute of France's 4-3 quarter-final win over Argentina. Named as the winner via a public vote on FIFA's website, Pavard's goal gained more than 3 million votes as he finished ahead of Jean Quintero's free kick against Japan. And then over to cycling. Colombia's Nairo Quintana won his first Tour de France stage in 5 years as he came out on top in yesterday's stage 17. Quintana crossed the line in just over 2 hours and 21 minutes, finishing 28 seconds ahead of Dan Martin. In the yellow jersey, Geraint Thomas took one step closer to the Tour de France title as he finished the stage third to open a 20-second lead on the general classification. We'll run you through the sport headlines once again in half an hour's time. Right now, though, let's quickly take a look at your weather. Here's Zoe.
In your weather for today, and it seems like most parts of the country can expect mild to warm temperatures and partly cloudy conditions here and there. But looking at those temperatures, Polokwane, your minimum for today is 4, your maximum 24. If you're in Mbombela, 7 with a high of 26. Pretoria, 6, 24. If you're in Johannesburg, 4 is your minimum, 22 your maximum. Mahikeng, 6, reaching a high of 24. Klerksdorp 423, Kimberley 623, Bloemfontein 0 reaching a high of 21. If you're in Richards Bay today, 14 is your minimum, 24 your maximum. Pietermaritzburg 7 with a high of 24. Durban 1523, Mthatha 6 with a high of 22. East London 15 reaching a high of 23. Partly cloudy in Cradock, a low of 7, a high of 24. Port Elizabeth 13 reaching a high of 21. George 14, 22, Sutherland 7 with a high of 20, Cape Town 12 reaching a high of 19. It's partly cloudy in Worcester today, a low of 11, a high of 24. Sunny conditions in Springbok 9 with a high of 27, and Uppington 12 reaching a high of 25 degrees Celsius. That's where I leave your weather for now. I'll have another update for you in half an hour.
Well, it definitely looks like it's shaping up to be a beautiful day all across the country, so let's make the most of it. But first, let's hit the brakes a little bit as we welcome today. I can't believe it. It's the 26th of July, Leanne.
Wow, where's the year going?
Where is it going? That is the big
slow
question.
down.
Yeah, well, we're hitting the brakes right now. We take a quick look as what went down on this day in history.
Like, for instance, in 1945, on July the 26th, Winston Churchill resigned as British Prime Minister after a landslide election loss, having led the United Kingdom during the Second World War. And of course, we watched that film of his really great insight into the man that he was.
Oh, and look at those iconic pictures as well, man. Very cool. And then also on this day in 2016, Hillary Clinton became the first female nominee for president of the United States by a major political party.
Yes. And also on this day in 2016, the aircraft Solar Impulse 2 became the first aircraft to circumnavigate the Earth using solar power alone.
That was a huge, huge achievement.
I know, but like that's got to be some kind of like guts though, hey?
Imagine
the sun's just that. Yeah, fortunately it all worked out well.
Oh, that is crazy, man. Yeah, that was a huge leap forward for solar power as well. But that's a quick look of this day in history. Go out there. It is your day. Make it awesome and just take it. As I always say, hashtag take it.
Take it.
It's yours.
One way that we're going to continue to take it after the break is getting into some fitness. Witness the fitness. It's all about pre and postnatal exercise. Very, very important to just get back into it and also stay in it when you're preggies as well.
Get back in it, stay in it. It's all part of our baby talk. We're also tackling postpartum depression a little bit later on this morning. But also in our tech news, a giant animatronic dinosaur has been revealed.
What?
And there's a lot to it, actually. Look at those little visuals there.
It's so eerie, this dinosaur.
Ah, look at that. We'll talk about that in your tech news after the break.
What Mandela Day means to me is the fact that it's a reminder for a lot of people to go out and help one another, because that's what Mandela did. He's such an inspiration to people, especially in our country.
His bravery just to fight for freedom for his own people and to bring quality for everyone in South Africa. And today Mandela is a global legend. He is a global legend. He's not only a South African hero.
these two mics quickly for outside. Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to head to the socials. And today is hashtag this or that Thursday. It's a thing, this or that. And we want to know from you, candy or popcorn at the movies? Let's see what you have to say. And Nomsa saying, morning Expresso, popcorn. Renee saying popcorn. God saying morning peeps. I would suggest popcorn at the movies and not sweetness because hyper things is not good for me. Okay, that's good to know, God, thank you. Donna says, I generally prefer candy, but when I'm in a movie theater, it has to be popcorn. Kelebohile says, good morning fam. I go for candy. Popcorns are a bit noisy. I agree, shoo. And then of course, Timmy says, morning guys. Clearly candy for me, hey. Dawn saying both, and then Beverly saying popcorn. You know me, I just have them together. Throw the candy in the popcorn and the just, sweet and salty is very, very nice. You should try it sometime. It's this or that Thursday. What do you prefer, candy or popcorn at the movies? Hi.
Good run, good
Thank
run.
you.
Wow, it's
In
like
heels.
sprinter. Ha. But listen,
it
candy
wants to be
and
done.
popcorn. Candy and popcorn. I
Yes.
actually learned this from Leanne.
Thank you.
When we watched
It's a
a
combo.
movie. Yeah, it was actually, we went to watch Man of Steel,
Yeah.
and it's like popcorn and your candy.
Yeah,
in there.
but it's like the chocolate covered,
Yes,
the coated chocolate.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We ain't
yes.
gonna advertise the product, but it's chocolate and
It's
popcorn
amazing.
together.
It's amazing. It's sweet and salty at the same time.
should try
Anyways,
it.
I want to head to the movies right now. But before we do that, some awesome tech news for you this morning. Some great stories. We give you a snippet of what you're talking about just earlier on. Now, a video has gone absolutely viral on Facebook from the BBC headquarters in the UK showing a full-size T-Rex terrorizing employees. Now, it's an animatronic puppet that forms part of a live stadium show called Walking with Dinosaurs, and the show consists of 20 giant robot dinosaurs at a cost of around $20 million to put together. Now, this clip was released ahead of a new tour that the production will be starting in the UK this month, Walking with Dinosaurs. It has been touring the world for the last 11 years and is also based off the TV series of the same name. I mean, look how realistic.
That is crazy.
It's got the whole
That
jiggle
is
thing going on there
crazy.
as well. I can so
If we
see
were
what
around during this time, I would be the first one to be dead. Like, this thing would just kill me.
Imagine you just randomly walk in not knowing what you're
I know,
walking
and
into.
then-
And then this thing is there.
Yeah.
But I think we should get one of these on our Expresso balcony
Do you think so?
outside. I think it'll look awesome, the whole
Yeah.
of Sea Point.
I think
We'll
Bob would
gaze
feel very
upon
left
our
out.
dinosaur.
I think we should first consult Bob as to what he says.
But look
well,
at that, man.
Something that's also pretty
Wow.
amazing is massive news from NASA yesterday. The space agency finally revealed that they have found what is believed to be an existing body of liquid water on Mars. Now, previously, the Curiosity rover had found existence that water once existed, but this is the first sign of a large current body of water. The discovery was made using MARSIS, which is a radar instrument on board the Mars Express orbiter. Now, what does this mean? No, this isn't proof that life exists on Mars. In fact, they haven't yet physically got the water. They merely have evidence that it's there underground. But this could be the starting point to finding microbial life on the red planet and will spark a new fire in the race to get humans on Mars. So
That is quite the discovery.
it is quite
And it's
the
big.
discovery.
It's big.
huge.
Like what, 20 kilometers wide or
Yeah.
something like that? Life on Mars used to
Very
exist.
exciting,
Maybe
hey?
it still exists, eh?
Yeah.
Where's this all going? That's what I want to know. Where
Nobody
is
knows,
this all
but
going?
It's so provocative, so we should just keep tuned to find out what's happening.
Hashtag life on Mars, or maybe, or is, I don't know. Very interesting. That's a roundup of our tech news stories on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. You can let us know what you thought about these stories about life possibly on Mars with the lake and also animatronic dinosaurs terrorizing people.
And also,
man.
would you love to go and live on the red planet? I mean, would you like to be one of the first people to be on Mars? I mean, like, that's a little scary. I would like other people to go and then see if they
Really?
survive, and then I'll be like, cool, I'm next.
I'd take a ticket there.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. Anyways, let's get us to exercise right now.
I'm not sure. I quite like it right here on Earth. And as you know, here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we love our fitness. So today we have a very special workout, and this is for all the mamas to be. In fact, today I have Jill and Kayla. They're from Fit for Two, and this is all about a pre and postnatal. So first off, we're going to tackle the prenatal. Jill, you're going to take charge of this one, and it's so important, you know, for moms expecting to maintain their fitness health. But what about those who do not do exercise and they want to join or start being healthy?
Yeah, so what we require is we always do a very in-depth initial assessment. So you're going to come to us, we're going to go through your exercise history, we're going to see what level of fitness you're at, and then we welcome all levels into our classes following that assessment, and we're going to just tailor it to whatever trimester you're in and whatever fitness level you're in. We'll make sure that you get a safe and effective workout.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
for today, we are focusing on prenatal. Those are for the
Yes.
ones who are pregnant at the
Pregnant.
moment. So what are some of the workouts that's safe for mom and baby?
Okay, so we're going to start with a cardiovascular workout. So you can start stepping just up, up, down, down, on and off the step.
Like that?
Yes. You're going to gauge your intensity by just doing the talk test. So you should be able to hold a comfortable conversation.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about heart rate when you're pregnant. It's not that accurate.
Okay.
So you're going to do a couple of those. This you can do throughout pregnancy, provided you don't have any knee injuries or anything like that. Keeping your tummy muscles pulled in tightly. You can change feet, so make sure we stay nice and even. We're going to add weights in here if we need to, if you're feeling stronger. As your pregnancy progresses, we probably will ditch the weights.
Okay. So the talk test would be, should I be running out of breath while talking to you? Is that a good time to then?
It's a good time to ease off a little bit. You should be able to just be quite comfortable in that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to do some lunging now. So you can take a bit of a step back. I'm just going to move that slightly forward for you. Okay, and up nice and straight. And you're just going to take a lunge forward and back again. And we're alternating legs. That's it. We're going to watch your posture, so staying nice and upright, keeping those tummy muscles tight. Again, we can add in weights if you're feeling strong. So we can just tailor this workout depending on where you are in terms of your fitness levels and the progression of your pregnancy.
Okay. For hand positioning, is it based on the hips or does
Yes,
it matter?
best on the hips, unless we're doing any arm workout, in which case you'll be holding the dumbbells. Okay, I want you to be on all fours. So you're on your hands and knees. And we're going to tuck your toes underneath you.
Okay.
We're going to be lifting the knees just a centimeter up, pulling the tummy muscles in, holding, and then lowering down. So here it's very important to be looking out for any coning effect, where the tummy muscles pull into the middle of the abdominal cavity. So we want to make sure that there isn't that coning. If there is, then we back the exercise up and we decrease intensity. So let's do a couple more of those, just one or two. So I'm just checking that your abdominal muscles are activating nicely. And one more, and lift up.
And these workouts are safe for moms carrying all the way?
Yes,
term.
you can do this right up until you give birth. It's going to make the labor process a bit easier, hopefully, and also going to speed up your recovery quite nicely.
Well, if you've just joined us, we're doing a workout perfect for moms who are expecting during your prenatal, and we'll do a little bit of a postnatal workout. We have Jill and Kayla with us from Fit for Two. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more with them a little bit later, and we'll also be having our baby talk segment after 8, so do stay tuned for that.
Thank you very much, Zoe. What a cool little workout to start your Thursday morning. Right now, though, We know getting your kids to eat healthy can sometimes be a painful task. I mean, just ask me, I know. It can be a challenge, right? But with the Echinophores, we're coming up with rather creative ways of keeping your kids healthy and strong this winter. And of course, being with the flu season, we are making a delicious, healthy mixed berry yogurt smoothie this morning. Zoe, get in here.
I'm here.
How was that? Good?
That was cool.
Yeah, very cool, eh?
Fitness, is really important, and especially if you're expecting. It's so nice, and like they say, it makes it. I just need to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not pregnant. This is just like, Mom, please don't worry.
It's part of the show today. All right.
And it's for the moms who are expecting.
Zoe just happened to do the fitness segment this
Winter
morning.
fat.
But even so, I mean, even as a pregnant woman, children all around, we need to make sure that we support our immune system. We can do that with Echinophores made from the echinacea plant. Year-round immune support for the entire family. It's a herbal product as well. Antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties in there as well. So it's a really, really great product. I've been using it, and so far, so good. Yes. Absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start with this. We're making this yogurt smoothie that can be transformed into little yogurt cups as well that can add into the lunch boxes, which is great. So the normal dose is about 20 to 25 drops. So let's go in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There we go. 20 drops.
We'll estimate. We'll estimate.
Okay.
All right. So that goes in there. I've got some mixed berries, some strawberries. Get that in there. That's all been frozen. Got some honey.
There we go. A little bit of honey. Should I open the yogurt for you?
If you don't mind, what you can do is you can just scoop some yogurt in there. So we need about a cup of yogurt.
Okay. So there we go.
While I continue with my honey pouring. It's chilly in here, guys. It takes a while.
There we go. That's about a cup, right?
That's about a cup. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, I'll help you
Fantastic.
scoop out. Is that fine?
It's okay. It's okay.
That's okay.
The keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728 if you want to get your hands on this healthy immune booster recipe. And then now, some full cream milk to put in there just to make it smoothie-esque. All right, so you're going to use about a half a cup of milk if you want the smoothie and a quarter cup if you really want to go for the cups. But I'll just pop it in there. And then obviously you adjust as need be.
Okay.
So let's blend this up. Give it a good blast. There we go. Get a bit of a shake.
And I love the thing about a berry smoothie, the color that's going to come through.
Watch.
There we go. Oh. I think this
Wow,
happened
what an
last
anticlimax.
time.
It's the same thing that happened last time.
Okay. There we go. Just push down.
I am pushing
There we go.
down.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like I'm going to break this. Why is this not working?
Okay. Well, our keyword for you this morning is drink to 33728. If you'd love to have this link and recipe sent to your phone, it's drink.
Got it. Got it. Oh, man, oh, man.
You're okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
This is the thing with live TV.
You know what? You sort it out. You make it work.
There
Because
we
I really
go.
wanted to show you guys this. Look at that. Bam.
Look at that.
And there you have it. I mean, imagine I wasn't able to show you this. Now, this is a bit runny. Obviously, we went for the smoothie because we wanted to put it in the glass, but you can make it a little bit thicker, and you can just pack it into these little Tupperwares, into the lunchbox. Bam.
And to make it thicker is probably just less milk.
Absolutely. Like I said, half a cup for the smoothie and about a quarter cup or even less than that for the actual little yogurt packs for them. Thank you very much, Zoe. The keyword once again is drink. SMS that to 33728. Now remember, Echinophores makes fighting off colds and flus a little easier for us and is also clinically proven 100% natural herbal product that helps prevent and treat colds and flus and also reduce the duration of being sick, which is perfect for what we want. Now, next week, Tuesday, is the grand finale for the Echinophores Switzerland series, and we have some exciting news to reveal. For the first time, the world has clinical proof of the effectiveness of the echinacea plant in children, or Echinophores in children, in the form of A. Vogel's Echinophores. And next week, we are going to reveal this breakthrough study to you, so make sure you don't miss it.
A. Vogel's Echinophores is the world's strongest herbal product that's clinically proven to prevent and treat colds, flu, and their complications.
Oh, that smoothie looks delicious. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show, Coolie Chana's in the house, everybody, and we get to know him just a little bit better through our rapid fire quiz after the break. And then JP Sebastian, our movie cop, is in the house. I'm so sorry, I have some serious hiccups, but we're going to be talking about some of the big movies opening up this weekend. All that and more happening on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
What the fridge? Shut the front door. Wonder Home is back. Yes! the 5th season of Winner Home is looking for contestant design duos.
And this year it's happening in the glorious Cape.
If you think you have what it takes to serve up some design razzle and dazzle
and have the eye for details,
then apply now to be one of the design duos, each decorating an apartment in Somerset West.
competing for the title of Best Design Duo and stand the chance of winning the cash prize worth
100,000 Rand!
Season 5 of Winner Home is looking for 3 design duos who will decorate 3 penthouse apartments on the Postnatal lifestyle estate in Somerset West, developed by Baldwin Properties.
For details of how to apply, go to winnerhome.tv.
This is your opportunity to make a name for yourself in the South African interior design industry and make the stage yours.
Apply now to be a design contestant duo on winnerhome.tv.
Coming soon to SABC3.
The stage is yours!
This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. To the unemployed but not bothered. All kupaski fi how born. We try to stay cause what jola soon as I told us spacey white shova. Bora da tenda da kalipa na mera. Spanish has so fearless and so magena. Check out so clear this is to declare. Wanna say check it but go fiela. To my little sister Didi Momile. I know it feels like the beginning of the end. Only God knows what I'ma do to him. Call out that love find you like Shazam. More happy Sakari. To Zondi Chakari. I wish you were here with me today. I wish I could bring back my body. This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. 10 years later, everything is looking good, but not me, pops. I wonder why he felt ever he heard I got shot. His ain't bother to reach out. Cages and Joe King, oh hazy, we are all that we got.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is that time of the morning for us to quickly catch up with your morning headlines.
Thank you so much, Zoe. In the national news this morning, speaking at the official opening of the 10th BRICS Business Summit in Sandton, President Cyril Ramaphosa has hailed the first decade of its existence as a major success in global developmental agenda. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Rob Davies, says South Africa plans to use the BRICS platform to find ways to mitigate the impact of growing protectionism as the country has become collateral damage in the ongoing US trade wars. On the international front, 2 mountain gorillas have been born in the Democratic Republic of the Congo's famous Virunga National Park, bringing to 9 the number of babies born this year. The mountain gorilla is one of the world's most endangered animals. And then finally, a massive underground lake has been detected for the first time on Mars, raising the possibility that more water and maybe even life exists there. 3.6 billion years ago, it was home to plenty of liquid water and lakes. Well, that was your 6:30 news headlines. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Thanks so much, Leanne. Let's run you through your sport headlines quickly this morning. Starting off with rugby, the Lions received a boost yesterday as captain Warren Whiteley and Andries Coetzee extended their contracts with the Joburg side until the end of the 2019 season. And in soccer news, Benjamin Pavard's strike for France against Argentina in the quarterfinals has been awarded the goal of the tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. And ending off with cycling, Colombia's Nairo Quintana won his first Tour de France stage in 5 years as he came out on top in yesterday's stage 17. We'll expand on those stories at the top of the hour.
Well, let's take a first look at what to expect in your traffic this morning. There's a stationary vehicle. This is on the N1 inbound after Durban Road. It's currently blocking that left lane. You can expect delays. That's where I leave your traffic. I'll have another update for you in half an hour.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Well, let's get your Thursday morning underway by taking another look at what to expect in your weather. And it seems like most parts of the country can expect mild to warm temperatures with partly cloudy conditions in place. Polokwane, your minimum is 4, your maximum 24. Mbombela 7, reaching a high of 26. Sunny in Pretoria today, a low of 6, a high of 24. Johannesburg 4, reaching a high of 22. Mahikeng 624, Klerksdorp 4 with a high of 23. Kimberley 6, reaching a high of 23. Bloemfontein starting off with a cool 0, reaching a high of 21. Partly cloudy conditions in Richards Bay, 14 with a high of 24. Pietermaritzburg, your minimum is 7, your maximum 24. Durban 15 with a high of 23. If you're in Mthatha today, 6 is your minimum, 22 your maximum. East London 15, reaching a high of 23. Cradock 7, reaching a high of 24. Port Elizabeth 13 with a high of 21. Partly cloudy in George today, 14 with a high of 22. Sutherland 7, reaching a high of 20. If you're in the mother city, Cape Town, partly cloudy, a low of 12, a high of 19. Worcester 11, reaching a high of 24. Springbok 9, 27. If you're in Uppington, a low of 12 and a high of 25 degrees Celsius. And that's where I leave your weather for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely honored to have in studio award-winning musician and entrepreneur Kuli Chana. Now, seen, of course, as a household name in his music catalogue, has made him, of course, a multi-award-winning South African rapper who has won over 30-plus awards in his career thus far. Absolutely brilliant. But his most recent international awards includes 3 Lion Can Awards, 11 Bookmark Awards, and 7 Lurie Awards for the One Source song and campaign as well. And today we are very excited to play our fun and informative rapid-fire game, Getting to Know Kuli Chana, my brother.
Yeah.
So good to have you, man. Hey. Dude, how's it feel to be back in your Feel Good Breakfast Show? It's been a while.
I love Cape Town, man. It's just, it just gives me good vibes all the time.
That's it, brother. I've got some muffins coming. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Princess.
yes.
Bro, we're sorting you out this morning, man. This is going to be the best morning of your life.
Let's make it happen.
Are you feeling switched on, man? Are you there? Are you quick thinking?
I feel good, man. I'm back in the studio. Yeah.
Yes, we like it. So what's going to happen? We've got a series of rapid-fire questions. You've got a minute to answer as many of them as you can. Truthfully, honestly. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay,
Tough questions. Here we go. Let's start the clock. 3, 2, 1. Bam, go. If you had a time machine, where would you travel, past or future?
I would go to Sweden.
Beach getaway or wild retreat?
Retreat.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Iron Man.
If not a musician, what would you be?
I'd be in advertising.
Summer or winter?
Summertime.
Toilet roll, over or under?
Hey. Over.
Pineapple on pizza or no?
No.
Would you still like to collaborate with, or who would you still like to collaborate with?
Pharrell.
Aha. AKA or Casper?
AKA.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Morning person or night owl?
Night.
Name your dream destination to perform in.
Tomorrowland, I think it's called.
Right. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise?
Brad Pitt.
Who was the last person you messaged and what did you say?
I said, good morning. That was Mom's.
Favorite sports team?
Sports, soccer.
Let's put on Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay, I got it. Dude, not too bad, not too bad. We got through 17 questions, man. Put it up there, boy.
Holla. Yeah.
Very cool. Listen, so good to have you. Thank you very much. Now that we are both awake, I think let's get into some of what you've been doing, because you've been busy, dude.
Yeah, man.
You've been so busy. But I mean, you've achieved so much. We've been running through some of those awards that you've won, 30 plus awards. Absolutely amazing. At one point in your career, would you say that, okay, well, now I've done it, I'm gonna sit back? I mean, where are you currently in your career? I mean, is that point going to be arriving at any stage where you can just say, like, listen, now I'm going to just take it easy?
I've learned something recently, and it's that the come up never stops. All right. So for a while, you know, I was out of the music scene and I was doing really interesting stuff with, like, you know, Absolute and just speaking like I was now in Sweden, and, you know, completely out of my comfort zone. And now I'm like that kid on the come up. I feel like that new kid on the block. I'm hungry again. I'm back in the studio. Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I like that. You mentioned that you were speaking. You were at the Brilliant Minds conference in Stockholm, Sweden. And I think it's brilliant because you're making history, the first South African to speak there as well. I mean, what does this mean to you, following on from the success of your Opens or the One Source campaign that you did that song, and it resonated so well with so many people, which led you there?
Man, you know, to me it means bridging gaps. You know, it's opening doors, you know, for the next generation. You know, and it was very interesting because I was over there giving a talk about Motswako, which is my genre.
Yes.
And, you know, and how it resonated with them was just like mind blowing, you know. And yeah, man. And, you know, that's what I do. I'm the originator. I pioneer.
Yes.
Yeah, I kick doors down. Yeah, man.
I like that, man. We're going to hear a performance from you a little bit later on. What are you going to be performing?
Yeah, so new song titled Diary of a Motswako Originator, taken from my unreleased Thursday series. I've been dropping songs every Thursday, so look out.
Hey,
it is a Thursday, right? Yeah.
It is a Thursday, man. That's a Thursday. Kulichana in the house. He's going to be back with us a little bit later on for another epic performance. Don't miss it.
Wow, Kulichan taking Thursdays to a whole nother level. We're available, we are here for it. Something we're also here for is the fact that JP Sebastian takes us through the hottest movies to open this weekend.
And speaking of movies, you can also win with the Adrift movie. A brand new Kindle. We'll give you all of those entry details after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
That you push me past the brink. I stood for nothing. I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. Hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder, gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. I hope you filled up those coffee cups. We have a busy show ahead for you. But before we get into all the awesome performances, let's first catch up with our local entertainment news.
Oh, listen, when this news broke, I think it shocked all South Africans because we were like, huh? When did this happen? Now, ever since Jessica Nkosi confirmed her pregnancy last month, fans have been wondering and asking who the baby daddy is. Now, even trending SA presenter Musa Mtombeni was curious. He tweeted this in June. Who are you? Show yourself. We just want to talk. How did this happen? Jessica Nkosi finally gave the people what they wanted on Tuesday. She gave them answers. In a now deleted Instagram post, Jessica revealed that the baby daddy is Ntokozo Dlamini, who plays Mastermind on Uzalo. And of course, she captioned the photo, parents, and no one must ask me who the father of my child is again. Guys, please, this is the first and the last time you see him. She then added the hashtag to be deleted in a few, which of course she did, and it's no longer available on Instagram, but we made sure we got it.
People are just screen grabbing things. I feel like that's the way to go about it.
But like, are you gonna keep baby daddy like out of
No, they're keeping it
forever?
It's called privacy. They're keeping it private.
Well, good luck with that. I don't know if it's going to work out, but definitely go for it. So I think that's about it in terms
local
of
entertainment news. Well, listen, I can't wait to find out whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. We'll keep you updated like we always do here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And speaking of keeping you updated, it is Presenter Search on 3 this evening, and the top 6 finalists, they've been blowing us away, and they've jetted off courtesy of Air Austral to Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. So I think we are in for a treat this evening on the next episode.
Amazing.
I'm taking you all to Reunion Island.
This Thursday, Presenter Search on 3 goes international as the remaining 6 contestants jet off to Reunion. Follow their adventures on this volcanic island in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Catch all the drama with Presenter Search on 3, Thursday night at 7:30 on SABC3. Repeat Saturday at 12 midday. The stage is yours.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe.
Well, it's your Thursday morning. We're gearing up for the weekend, and with the weekend comes brand new movies as well. JP Sebastian in the house talking about some brand new movies that we can expect. First up, though, let's quickly take a look at your box office top 5.
You can dance, you can jive, earning $1 billion worldwide. Sorry, it's the SA Box Office Top 5. The Diamonds lost its shine after 5 weeks. Ocean's 8's a spot down to 5th. Stretch all you like, but even a 13 billion rand raking movie sags after 6 weeks. Incredibles 2 is 4th. About time Hollywood fairly represented short men. Ant-Man and the Wasp still 3rd. 5 times taller than Nakatomi, half as exciting as John McClane. Skyscrapers 2 in as many weeks. And Lily James carries the torch gorgeously, sequeling Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, opening first.
Mamma Mia, number 1. JP seems to love it. Yeah?
JP was happy.
Two thumbs up.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. but you're skeptical.
I do. I love Mamma Mia and I love the movie, but I'm not such a fan. I love Pierce Brosnan as well. He's brilliant at what he does.
In other stuff.
I'm not so convinced of his performance.
Man, in this one as well, it's like he's having an out-of-body experience. He's like a husk, he's a shadow of himself. Like,
think Dante's Peak, think 007. Think Mamma Mia. Anyways, let's get into some movies. That was your box office top 5. JP, lucky to have you, my brother.
Good to have you too.
Here's one. They can't save the world at all. We're talking about Teen Titans Go.
Is this an image that terrorizes you at all? Because I know that you have little boys in the household, and I get the feeling that this is one of the things they nag you about.
This is probably going to be the go-to thing next year.
Because it is a TV show as well. I think it's running for like 200 episodes now. And it is canon as far as the DC Comics universe goes. So it's the adaptation from the TV show to the big screen, and totally comical, as you can see. What I like about this kind of stuff, though, is like I sometimes hit my limit with kid stuff if it's too goofy and if it doesn't give kids enough credit to know that they have a brain. But they can be goofballs as well. At least this looks like it's a clever mix of both. They're, as you saw at the very start, they're obsessed with the fact that superhero fever has hit the movies and they want to slice the pie of the fame. They're not so interested in the gallantry and whatever. So they go find themselves a nemesis. They try and make an enemy of someone so that they can become popular enough to get their own movie. But it's totally aware that they're a bunch of idiots and they're just...
You know what I love about this movie is just looking at that visuals, as that is, maybe it's the old school in me, I don't know, growing up, but the fact that it's not computer kind of... Overproduced kind of, it's still kind of drawn.
Yeah.
Which is great,
but at least it looks like it's not all like that flat sort of like, hey, you're watching a 20-minute episode. It's still a big screen experience.
That's the thing, which is great. All right, Teen Titans, go to the movies. And then we spoke about this one earlier on this week. It had my palms sweaty, dude, adrift.
You were not well. We came back and Ewan was wearing a life vest for the rest of the day.
I did.
To go to his cozy place. Adrift is a true story, and I think that's what got you.
That's what got me.
It was in 1983 that a couple were traversing the Atlantic Ocean, it's the Pacific, in fact. They were going from Tahiti all the way to San Diego, and they thought it would be this blissful, newly married journey that they're on. It's a beautiful scenery.
Bonding time.
And they get hit by one of the largest storms in history, which had winds of speeds, I think it was like 250 kilometers per hour. There Ewan goes again. Maybe look away.
I can't do this.
Look at that, look at that wave. So if you stood at the bottom of this building and looked 4 stories up, that's what they were contending with.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to veer away from the storm when they heard reports, but it unfortunately chased them. So it's this survival story. It's just, it doesn't get, unfortunately for me, like too mechanical about how you engineer your way out of problems. Like if you remember Gravity with Sandra Bullock, she has to like rub her brain cells together to engineer her way out of like small problems and then larger problem, then a bigger problem kind of thing. But at the same time, it's this emotional story. So it's mostly just the emotion, the human spirit of overcoming in this one, and also a bit of a schmaltzy romance, which doesn't do too badly because Shailene Woodley is a good actress.
And you mentioned, I mean, the filming process in this was absolutely phenomenal because they'd spent a lot of time
90% was just out in the open seas. So yeah, who knows how many actors died on set.
No, don't even go there, JP.
I'm joking.
Don't go there.
That's dark.
Wow, that's very dark. But
I'm
Adrift, I
horrible.
think it's a brilliant movie. I think if you really want some drama and emotion.
If you want a bit of the romance too, it's like it does sort of balance it out evenly enough.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, JP. You're going to be back a little bit later on with that big one from Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill. It's Mission Impossible Fallout. Yes, we can find out exactly how many popcorn you're going to give it once and for all, JP. I'm watching you, dude.
I feel like this is a thread. 10 out of 10, so much.
Yes. I'm excited to hear how many popcorns Mission Impossible is going to get, but we've got an awesome giveaway for you. Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin star in this romantic drama that you've just heard JP talk about, based on a biographical novel set in 1983 about a couple who are left stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean after a hurricane, and they must find their way to Hawaii with a damaged ship and no radio. This heartbreaking true story about the fight for survival, and this is against the harsh current of nature, is sure to be a tearjerker, and we're giving 5 lucky viewers the chance to win one of 5 amazing Kindles valued at 2,000 Rand.
So of course you can watch the movie and use your new Kindle to read the book right after. Winning combination. And if you're feeling lucky with the Expresso Facebook page, you can find the competition post and share a photo of you and the person that you want to be stuck on a ship with, and of course why. The competition closes on Friday the 27th of July at 5 p.m. and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Well, we're about to take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere. We've gotten to know him a little bit better, but South African heavyweight rapper Kuli Chana, he's performing for us after the break.
And then we're also finding out how SA Mint is going to be commemorating Nelson Mandela's centenary. All this and more is happening after the break.
100 years of Mandela's legacy. It's a moment for us as South Africans to celebrate him and his family and the sacrifices that he's made for our country. The quality I live by the most would be my compassion and understanding of people, and also having the ability not just to explain and give people things, but also to take a step back and listen and understand.
Okay, guys, let's go for something. Okay, go for something.
It's benedicite, nomini eius. It's benedicite, nomini eius. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. So good to be hanging out with you. It's your Thursday morning right now. Let's have a little bit of fun, as we always do every morning. I love it. Time to check out some of those interesting, random and funny things that we stumbled across on social media. Ladies?
Well, you know how much I love a good animal story, and I think we've probably found the sweetest, most sympathetic dog. And you know how people often, they call it sympathy pains, where the husband feels the pain of the lady if she's in labor or during pregnancy. Well, how's this for this doggy? His owner was in a cast, and he was just showing sympathy towards his owner. Look at that.
That is so cute. I'll also be with you.
Man's best
I
friends.
love dogs. They're just so thoughtful.
Hey, thoughtful.
They really are thoughtful.
Oh, that is sweet, man. That is sweet. I've got another one for you. Maybe this is in keeping with the movie that we just spoke about with JP Adrift, but onlookers caught this happening on camera. It's a boat that had no one on board, but it tried to just kind of go over these waves.
Oh, my word.
Luckily, there's no one on board.
Why
and
was there no
look,
one on board? Because of the waves.
Look.
And everybody's just surfing around it.
Where's the boat? Oh,
there's the boat.
Okay. That's why no one's on it. Guys,
That's why you don't mess with the power of the ocean. That is ridiculous, guys.
I missed that. I was
Imagine
looking in
you
the
on that boat
distance.
and that happens.
I'm
Now I
also
would
not
jump
going to
off.
be those people in
What?
adrift and just sailing in the middle of the ocean
I
all
would
by
jump
myself.
off. I would feel safer in the
Yella.
water than on that boat.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Powerful, eh?
Just to end off all of the madness, a little doggy decided that it's going to go for a trip into the forest with its owner and came across a new friend. Let's take a look at what happened in this interaction between the dog and the bear.
Oh.
All right, everything's good. Everything's good. I think Bear's going to be like...
Puppy doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
Whoa.
Look at the puppy.
Look at the dog.
Whoa. But no barking.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Bear. How beautiful is that bear?
Oh, wow. Can you imagine what must go through Doggy's mind right now?
The bear's going to rock up.
Oh, there he is.
And that bear's thinking, lunch.
Like Kat would say, and puis a bear.
A bear. This is too much. I can't deal.
Shoo. Yella, that's heart-racing stuff, man. Very cool. Thank you very
we should
much.
just bring back all Zoe's cats. The cat
Yeah,
stories
I'll
are
bring a
always
cat
chill.
story tomorrow.
Oh, guys. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. You can let us know which hashtag video story has caught your attention online this morning. You can share your thoughts with us via our Facebook page, also Twitter, using that hashtag Expresso Show. Right now, you guys ready for some music?
So ready.
Let's get some music on this morning because we are very excited. We met him a little bit earlier on. He's here. Kuli Chan, a multi-award winning rapper and entrepreneur. He also made history being the first South African to speak at the Brilliant Minds conference earlier this year in Sweden, Stockholm. And what an achievement, man. But he's here, the Motswaka originator with the diary of a Motswaka originator. Here we go.
This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole 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 ole. Le ole ole le ole. This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. To the unemployed but not bothered. Ukupa skate how born. We try to stay cause wajola. Soon as I turn la space, you shova. Bora di tenda ragadi panamera. Spana hasa so felis to bakena. Check it has so clear this is to declare. Wanna house I check it but go fiel. To my little sister Didi Momele. I know it feels like the beginning of the end. Only God knows what I'ma do to him. Fall out, let love find you like Shazam. Mohapi Sakari. To Zondi Chakani. I wish you were here with me today. I wish I could bring back my body. This goes out to you and you. I miss you. Le ole le ole le ole le ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Le ole ole le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. 10 years later, everything is looking good, but not me and Pops. I wonder how he felt after he heard I got shot, cause he ain't bothered to reach out. Cages and Joe King, old Hazy, we are all that we got. Timby, my lady, connecting Ati Lilifika. Balusika bare unyala lingma malifika. Wish I could tell you like time, I'm still connecting these dots. This goes out to underachievers, to those who just found the sweet spot. Last but not least, Mudimo. Thank you for giving me life, rhyme, and reason. This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole, le ole, le ole, le ole, le ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. This goes out to you and you and you. Le ole, le ole, le ole, le ole, le ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole. Ole, 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 ole. Le ole, ole, le ole.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Cooley Chana, the Motok originator. Album dropping soon.
Dude, that is exactly how I wanted to wake up this morning, man. Thank you. That was lekker, dude. That was lekker. Listen,
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much. I wish you could stay, man, for the entire morning, but I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah,
You're busy,
yeah.
man. You're a busy man. I need to ask you this, brother. Taking a look at everything, we mentioned all the awards that you've won, the One Source campaign that you've been doing, uniting music through Africa, which is amazing. Speaking at the Brilliant Minds conference earlier on this year, you've done so much, man, but what would you say is the one thing that you are most proud of a performer?
Man, I think performing, I was talking about this yesterday, I think touring with Kendrick Lamar was like something I always cherished. That was amazing.
Man, what? Like, that must have been, that's like okay, what can top that, man? What can top that? Is there anything at this stage?
I'm working on another classic, you know what I mean? And like I said, the come up never stops, you know, I'm very hungry, you know, so I want the streets back. So, you know, another classic and just, you know, more worldwide, you know, experiences,
Hungry and humble, that's what I love about you, brother, man. What's happening in terms of new music? What can we expect? Is the album dropping soon?
Yeah, so, you know, everybody follow the Unreleased Thursday series. So, you know, what I've been doing is just working on this album. I got the fans chipping in. So, you know, when it's ready, it'll drop.
Yeah, dude. Listen, brother, man, thank you very much. All the best for the rest of the year. I know we're halfway through it already, but I know that you got a lot planned. Everyone, give it up one more time for Kwesta this morning on your favorite breakfast show.
One love.
In the national news this morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa has hailed the first decade of the existence of BRICS as a major success in global developmental agenda. Ramaphosa was speaking at the official opening of the 10th BRICS summit currently underway in Sandton. The meeting brings together leaders and businessmen from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. China's President Xi Jinping warned that the world is facing a choice between cooperation or confrontation. In a speech aimed largely at the Trump administration, Xi said that there could be no winner in any trade war. Meanwhile, the Minister of Trade and Industry, Rob Davies, has said South Africa plans to use the BRICS platform to find ways to mitigate the impact of growing protectionism as the country has become collateral damage in the ongoing US trade wars. Speaking on the sidelines at the BRICS summit yesterday, he said the business forum established by the five-nation emerging economies would be used to encourage trade amongst member states and find ways to promote multilateral trade. Now, moving further abroad, 2 mountain gorillas have been born in the Democratic Republic of Congo's famous Virunga National Park, bringing to 9 the number of babies born this year. A 19-year-old mountain gorilla named Kayenga gave birth to her 3rd child, a boy, while 8-year-old Anangana gave birth to her first baby, a girl, the park has said in a statement. The mountain gorilla is one of the world's most endangered animals. Over the last decade, Virunga National Park's mountain gorilla families have played a major role in increasing the species' worldwide population. And then finally, a massive underground lake has been detected for the first time on Mars, raising the possibility that more water and maybe even life exists there. International astronomers said this yesterday. Now, located under a layer of Martian ice, the lake is about 20 kilometers wide, the largest body of liquid water ever found on the red planet. Mars is now cold, barren and dry, but it used to be warm and wet. It was home to plenty of liquid water and lakes at least 3.6 billion years ago. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you very much, Dan. That's right. Let's quickly run you through your sport. And starting off with rugby, the Lions received a boost yesterday as captain Warren Whiteley and Andries Coetzee extended their contracts with the Joburg side. Now, both players will remain with the Lions until the next season of 2019. The extensions serve as some relief for the union, with a host of players and coaches recently leaving for opportunities overseas. Now, Whiteley and Coetzee will be in action this Saturday as the Lions face the Waratahs in the Super Rugby semi-finals. And over in soccer news, French defender Benjamin Pavard has been awarded the goal of the tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. With cycling news this morning, Colombia's Nairo Quintana won his first Tour de France stage in 5 years as he came out on top in yesterday's stage 17. Quintana crossed the line in just over 2 hours and 21 minutes, finishing 28 seconds ahead of Dan Martin. In the yellow jersey, though, Geraint Thomas took one step closer to the Tour de France title as he finished the stage third to open a 20-second lead on the general classification. That's where we leave your sport. We'll run you through those headlines once again in half an hour's time.
Well, let's take another look at your roads. In Gauteng, Germiston, there are major delays due to a truck that's lost control and overturned on the M2-N3 split. That's at the Geldenhuys interchange on-ramp, which is currently closed. It's been advised to please use an alternative route. I'll keep you updated with another update in half an hour.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Just after 7 o'clock, let's quickly run you through your temperatures for your Thursday morning. No rain expected for South Africa today, but reaching mild to warm maximums all across the country, shaping up to be a beautiful day. Let's get into your temperatures. Polokwane starting off on 4 minimum, reaching a mild maximum of 24. Mbombela 7.26. Pretoria 6 and a high of 24 degrees. Johannesburg 4 minimum, your maximum 22. Maikeng 6.24. Klerksdorp 4 and a high of 23. Kimberley 6.23 as well. Bloemfontein around 0 this morning, nice and cold, but warming up to 21. Richards Bay 14.24. Pietermaritzburg 7.24. Durban 15.23. Mthatha starting off on 6 minimum with the maximum 22. East London 15.23. Cradock 7.24. Port Elizabeth 13.21. George on 14 minimum, reaching a high of 22. Sutherland 7 and a high of 20. Cape Town 12 and a cool 19 today. Worcester 11.24. Springbok nice and hot, starting off on 9 minimum, but a maximum 27. And Uppington starting off on 12 degrees minimum, and your maximum a mild 25 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll keep you updated throughout the course of your morning. I'm back just after 7:30 with another look.
Well, time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of social media. We're on Twitter right now, and hashtag Thursday Thoughts is currently trending. Believe in Yourself says, choose who you want to be. I love this. It says the reason most people never reach their goals is that they don't define them or ever seriously consider as believable or achievable. Winners can tell you where they're going, how they plan to get there, and who will be sharing the adventure with them. Oh, I mean, come on, this is levels right here. Words to Live By says, please don't judge people. You don't know what it took to get for someone to get out of bed, look and feel as presentable as possible, and face the day. You never truly know the daily struggles of others. Oh, people laying down some motivation. And then Karishma saying, I respect myself so much that it extends to everyone around me and reflects back to myself, my circle of respect. I love that. If you're looking for a little bit of motivation, you might not understand what this person's saying here, but everybody else, good stuff.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Listen, we're going to be taking a very quick ad break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're taking a look at how the Amy Foundation is providing youth skills development opportunities. Brilliant initiative out of that as well. We'll run you through those details.
And we'll also take a look at how SA Mint will be commemorating Madiba's centenary. That's coming up after the break.
Mandela had so many qualities, but what I loved was that he thought all people were equal in God's eyes and in his eyes and in the nation's eyes, and that's how I have lived my life. This wonderful man has left a legacy for 1,000 years, not for 100 years. He has taught our nation to live together, to forgive and to give, and I think that's a legacy that the whole world should share in.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're just in time as we're about to unveil another bit of words of wisdom from Tata Madiba. We've been celebrating this icon by every day looking at one of his quotes, as he's not only revered as a man of wise words, but also for his actions. So for today's quote,
We're looking at the words of wisdom for today, and it is none other than this: to deny people their human rights is to deny their very humanity. Once again, of course, Tata Madiba giving those profound and evocative insights on things that we need to implement into our lives every single day, and never forget the words that he said.
Definitely, and we've been doing that every single day here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, as the month of July has come to be known as Mandela Month. So hopefully you can take some inspiration from these words, and we'll have another one for you tomorrow.
Thank you, girls. Now, talking about inspiration, on Expresso, we are big fans of those who walk the talk. Now, this July, Chevron South Africa, owners of the Caltex brand, engaged with several NPOs like the Amy Foundation across the country as part of their Month of Caring. Now, this is an annual event in honor of Mandela Day, and with close to 600 learners on their database and over 208 soft skills and practical workshops hosted just this year alone, the Amy Foundation makes it their mission to provide youth skills development opportunities for the South African youth.
In the words of Tata Madiba, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. The Amy Foundation strives to give the youth the means to further themselves.
The youth are the future. We have to leave a legacy for future generations, and it's only by investing in the youth that we're able to do this.
Amy Foundation has changed my life, so much so that I've not been working for the past 8 years. So I'm very grateful being here because I've been taught the skills that can put food on the table, not only for me, but for my family as well. So I'm very grateful being here.
The Amy Foundation is introducing youth skills development programs for the older youngsters from 18 to 35. They learn how to run a business, about strategy, and then when they split into the different disciplines of hospitality, sewing, crafts, design, and beauty and wellness, there's creativity through all of that.
From arts and beauty to cooking, the Amy Foundation Youth Skills Development Program is a place where everyone's craft is equal.
Being a part of the Youth Development Program, the Beauty Division, has been absolutely amazing. While the students are with us, we train them in theory as well as practical aspects. Seeing these students being self-sufficient, that is the most exciting part for me.
Amy Foundation have changed my life because I have like a different window of thinking now, and I also see life differently. So they teach me how to go further and aim for whatever I wanted to reach my goals.
Well, we as part of the craft team that work together in this room, we have a wonderful time seeing the students growing. It's like planting seeds and watching them flower. They grow into this beautiful creative person.
It's an honor and a privilege to be here. They teach us how to make money with the little things, and they teach me how to cut the patterns, baby clothes and the apron, everything.
Amy Foundation helped me a lot from where I was hopping from one job to another. When I came here, it helped me to acknowledge that I've got platinum in my hands. I can make money on my own. I have a talent to create.
I love making clothes and it's what I'm hoping to do. And right now I just got an interview at a retail company and I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I can build capital to start my business.
I've got 30 years of experience in the industry, and instead of honing it to myself, I want to share it.
The group of people that is here, they are amazing. They are willing to give their knowledge of what they have learned over to us.
They've taught me to be very patient and also to show a kind of empathy, that they have dreams and I need to be part of that stepping stone for them.
My first opportunity was in Waterfront, VNA. I did a 3-month internship there. Since then, I've came back to the foundation and I got another opportunity to do a 1-month internship at 12 Apostle Hotel.
A whole host of those sort of disciplines really get these youngsters to have hopes, to have dreams, but even more important, to want to go to school tomorrow, to want to do something with their future.
As part of their training, students headed to the Chevron head office to practice their acquired skills with employees and help them to knit blankets for a children's home.
Today is Mandela Day, where we're offering our 67 minutes, the Amy Foundation people, which is the beauty students, the craft students, and the hospitality students as well.
As part of our Month of Caring Chevron employee event, we've chosen to bring the Amy Foundation student on site just for them to showcase their great talent and also just to give them an opportunity to engage with their prospective clients.
This will help me to further my future because obviously I am gaining points by making a profit to my products that I'm selling.
I always wanted to work with people, so this is a chance for me to show that I can work with people, whether they're from other worlds.
We truly believe in the work that Amy Foundation is doing in terms of helping young people.
A day like today teaches us a lot about compassion and about giving back to society. One of the most fulfilling things that one can actually do.
We're doing something like what Tata Mandela used to do, giving back to the community, and it's part of what he wanted us to do, just to help people.
Oh, today I'm making a blanket, a wool blanket. So it's nice for me to put my hands on something that will benefit someone else.
I've just busy knitting here. If you can see what I've done already, it's something that I haven't done before, and interaction with other people as well who are giving their 67 minutes through the Amy Foundation. This is one of the channels that we can contribute towards the legacy of Tata Madiba himself.
It actually feels good to put all my hard work today because it makes me feel awesome to work to change the youth's mindset.
Through their partnership with Chevron South Africa, the Amy Foundation are helping to develop 20 small businesses, place 400 learners, and host thousands at their workshops.
Very inspirational indeed, and well done to the entire team at the Amy Foundation. On the note of that though, Caltex is getting you there by giving you the chance to win a Caltex voucher card to the value of 5,000 Rand. Now all you have to do is SMS the keyword Caltex, your name and city to 33728, and you could be walking away with the 5,000 Rand voucher card. Now remember, VAS rates apply, T&Cs apply as well, and you can visit our website to find them, expressoshow.com.
Quality fuel, convenience and service with a smile. Whether it's to fuel up or stock up, Caltex, it's how you get there.
The South African Mint Company is a world-class establishment tasked with producing South Africa's circulation and commemorative coins, as well as servicing numerous countries around the world. Now, our proudly South African icon, Nelson Mandela, has streets, bridges, buildings, statues, and causes that all bear his name and legacy. And SA Mint is continuing this with a newly released range of coins, both in and out of circulation, in commemoration of his centenary. SA Mint Managing Director, Mr. Tumi Tseglo, joins Expresso this morning to share a closer look at these magnificent coins. Tumi, so good to have you on the show this morning.
You, good morning.
I am blown away by what I'm seeing here, but let's just get into the contextualization of it first. Yes. How did SA Mint go about setting this range of commemorative coins?
So South African Mint, we started a new series that we call South African Celebrations. And the first one actually came out last year in 2017, starting with the centenary of Oliver Tambo. Yeah. So when 2018 came about, it was quite obvious that we had to be part of the Nelson Mandela centenary. It was not a very difficult choice to make. The South African Celebration series focuses on democracy, culture, and freedom. And it's quite appropriate that we would look at Nelson Mandela for 2018.
I'm always so interested in how are the images chosen for the coins, and what characteristics of Tata Madiba does it represent?
Well, in this case, we have 4 coins. We have a gold, a silver, a bronze, and a circulation 5 Rand.
Yes.
So starting at the top with the gold coin, we chose the portrait of Mandela when he was now a global icon. He was, post-retirement, and he was quite admired all over the world. And then for the silver, we took a portrait that was of him as a president, as a statesman, that represented his presidential years. And then for the bronze, which is a lower metal value, we took a very energetic young lawyer and obviously the activist. And it was before he went to prison.
Wow, amazing. Now, how many coins are available in this range, and how much value, I think a lot of people want to know, will it accrue over time, do you think?
We don't encourage people to purchase these coins because they think the value is going to go up. You have to participate in this because you believe in the values of Nelson Mandela, and you either want it for yourself as a legacy, or you actually want to share it with someone else. There is always a possibility that it may accrue in value. However, we would advise people to, not try and speculate and participate because they think they're going to go up in value. What is most important is what we are commemorating, which is Nelson Mandela's legacy.
I couldn't agree with you more. In case anybody wants to get their hands on these coins, where can they go?
People can start, first of all, by going to the South African Mint website, www.samint.co.za. There's a whole lot of information there about how to get hold of them. We've got a stand at the Melrose Arch in the Elegance store. And we do pop-up stores all over the country from time to time. For people in Gauteng, it's very easy for them to drive to Centurion, to our shop, which was very recently revamped, and it's quite a place to visit. It's beautiful. It's quite an experience, and I would invite people to come to the Mint and come and visit us.
just looking at these images and seeing these coins creates such a sense of pride as a South African.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for this. Thank you for giving us something to hold on to and to pass down to our future generations as well. It really is exciting.
Indeed. It gives us one more thing to talk about with Nelson Mandela and his values and what he represents for South Africa.
And keeping that spirit alive.
Absolutely.
It must never die. It must always stay alive.
Thank you,
if you would like to keep a special piece of how South Africa commemorates the icon that is Nelson Mandela, then you can head over to samint.co.za.
Well, we're about to take a very quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we are talking all things presenter search on 3. Jeannie D, one of the judges, she joins us as she chats about her Reunion Island experience alongside the contestants and what you can expect in tonight's episode. And you might be wondering, who are these friendly, warm faces behind me? Well, we have world champs in studio this morning, the Tygerberg Children's Choir. They're joining us for a few performances, so don't go anywhere. They're performing after the break.
If you do just one thing this year, bank better in 2018. Get the Capitec credit card with a limit of up to 150,000 Rand with personalized interest from 12.9% based on your credit profile and affordability. Bank better to live better with Capitec.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. And this is a very, very proud moment for the Western Cape, for South Africa. As I'll look at all these happy faces. Can I have a resounding hello, everyone? Good morning. Yes, they are the Tygerberg Children's Choir. They are phenomenal. They recently took part in the 10th World Choir Games. They are labeled as the #1 children's choir in the world. We're going to unpack that achievement. You can see the smiles on their faces. They are very proud. But let's get into performance right now. Cantate Domine. Here we go.
Cantate
goodness. My goodness, the Tygerberg Children's Choir. Hendrik, if you don't mind me joining me here, Hendrik joining me, the choir conductor. It's not every day that the entire Sea Point, good morning Sea Point, waking up to the voices of angels. Absolutely amazing. Hendrik, put it there. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I don't think we can be more proud, and this is such a proud moment for all of us, and I'm sure for you as well. I mean, 4 gold medals, crowned world champs in 2 of those categories. What does it take to be a world champ?
Well, it's hard work and dedication, but all of us, it must be a positive bunch of children like what I have here, and they're all smart, and that's why they can hold a trophy of a world champion and the gold medals. 4 of them, then in the 4 categories that we have partaken in.
Listen, I will have you know, I was a choir boy, okay, at school, Fontainebleau, Jeugdkoor. I was there, and I think the proudest moment for me is we released the CD. That is where we were. But you know what, something like this is completely on another level. What's the secret of the choir? I don't want to give you anything away, but really, like, what is at the heart of the Tygerberg Children's Choir?
Well, first of all, they must love music. They have a talent to sing. They love singing. Fortunately for me, some of them come from very musical homes. They are acquainted with it. They also take tuition in other instruments. So, and then of course they must have a friendly heart. Yeah. To accept what is happening to them all the time.
That's evident for all of the smiles on these faces. Hendrik, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us, and well done. Are you tired? Because this seems very that's heavy. That is heavy. Are you okay? That's amazing, man. The Tygerberg Children's Choir are world champs here right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show in the morning. They are going to be performing for us a little bit later on again, but let us know on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3, what you thought about that performance.
In the national news, speaking at the official opening of the 10th BRICS Business Summit in Sandton, President Cyril Ramaphosa has hailed the first decade of its existence as a major success in global developmental agenda. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Rob Davey, says South Africa plans to use the BRICS platform to find ways to mitigate the impact of growing protectionism as the country has become collateral damage in the ongoing US trade wars. On the international front, 2 mountain gorillas have been born in the Democratic Republic of the Congo's famous Virunga National Park, bringing to 9 the number of babies born there this year. The mountain gorilla is one of the world's most endangered animals. And then finally, a massive underground lake has been detected for the first time on Mars, raising the possibility that more water and maybe even life exists there. 3.6 billion years ago, it was home to plenty of liquid water and lakes. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Thank you so much, Dan. Just run you through your sport headlines on your Thursday morning. Starting off with rugby, the Lions received a boost yesterday as captain Warren Whiteley and Andries Coetzee extended their contracts with the Joburg side until the end of the 2019 season. And in soccer news, Benjamin Pavard's strike for France against Argentina in the quarterfinals has been awarded the goal of the tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Then over to cycling, Colombia's Nairo Quintana won his first Tour de France stage in 5 years as he came out on top in yesterday's stage 17. Very, very proud moment for him, but we'll expand on those headlines once more at the top of the hour.
Let's take another look at your roads, and in Gauteng Woodmead we have a vehicle that's currently alight on the N1 southbound. It's just before the Ravonia off-ramp and it's causing delays from the Buccleuch interchange. We also have reports of rubbernecking taking place, so please avoid that and the route if possible, and I'll have another traffic update for you in half an hour.
Quality fuel, convenience and service with a smile. Whether it's to fuel up or stock up, Caltex, it's how you get there.
Right, let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Thursday, and it's shaping up to be a beautiful day all across the country. I mean, there's a magical sunrise just behind me as well, but we can expect mild to warm maximums going into your Thursday. Polokwane this morning starting off on 4 minimum, reaching a high of 24 degrees. Mandela 7.26, Pretoria 6 and a high of 24. Johannesburg 4 minimum, warming up to 22. Mahikeng 6.24. Klerksdorp 4 minimum with a maximum 23. Kimberley 6.23. Bloemfontein 0 this morning. morning, nice and cold, but warming up to 21. Richards Bay 14.24. Pietermaritzburg 7.24. Durban 15 this morning, and your maximum 23. Mtata 6.22. East London 15.23. Cradock 7.24. Port Elizabeth 13.21. George 14.22. Sutherland on 7 minimum, reaching a high of 20. Cape Town 12 and a high of 19 today. Worcester 11.24. Springbok 9.27. Nice and hot in Springbok today. Uppington starting off on 12 minimum, and your maximum 25 degrees. The wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7:30 bulletin. I'll have one more update for you heading your way just after 8.
Well, when JP's in the house, you know we're talking about some of the biggest movies opening this weekend. But the biggest one that we've been talking about this whole time, Mission Impossible Fallout, starring the one, the only Tom Cruise.
Oh,
JP Sebastian,
I didn't notice at all, Tom
welcome.
Cruise.
No, and we didn't notice your hair. Your hair is levels today. It is just like...
I think it's the coffee on the go look.
Okay, we love it. We're here for it. Listen.
That's very supportive.
This movie is star-studded. I mean, Henry Cavill, some really big names. We've got Angela
in 1996.
Bassett.
The movie is an institution as well. And yeah, so plenty of excitement around it, rightfully so. Tom Cruise, because he's such he's like one of these rare, hard-working actors who, you know, he's never just walking onto a set, taking a check, and then walking off.
Exactly. He's on time, he's prepared, he's ready to go.
I feel like I should take a hint. Is this like a veiled threat? Am I usually not ready to go? I'm sorry.
No, I'm speaking about Tom Cruise and his work ethic.
Just thought someone as pretty. Not me. Speaking of which, hardworking and all that kind of stuff, all his own stunts as usual. Good grief. Let me just say off the bat, Tom Cruise, this is probably a cry for help or something. The guy wants to die. Clearly that is the case.
Do you think so?
Unbelievably, like 6 months of training to learn how to fly a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
And doing like a spiral downward, which most pilots won't attempt.
What?
Because it's extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
A halo jump, which I'm going to show you in a bit, which means high altitude, low opening on parachute, which is like military grade stuff that you have to train for a year to do. I mean, I can't even talk to you about what the storyline is about because this movie is non-stop and just I guess I'm assessing it already. Forget synopsis. I'm just going to give you the assessment. It's one of the most exciting action movies that you've ever seen in a long time. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'm loving your energy. Can we maybe get a little sneak peek as to what the movie has to offer?
My adrenal glands can't even take it. So here's that high altitude, low opening jump with him and Henry Cavill. None of what you're seeing is computer generated and
oh my word.
Tom Cruise needs a minder or something. Please, good luck.
Roll it.
It's from him.
Wow. And you were saying the camera person is like 2 meters away.
A matter of meters.
But that's why he does what he does, because it's just so much more believable because
Tom
he's
Cruise
doing everything
is
himself.
a pure entertainer, and despite the decades of persona and ego around him, he's a dude who puts in the work as well. He's not just highest paid and he's not just like, you know, a piece of meat kind of thing.
He's not just a slay queen.
He wants to, as I usually say. So, it looks like you went to your popcorn.
I would love to
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Come on, Tom.
Go home,
I love
go to the cinema.
Jump on the couch for him.
What are you still watching this for?
Jump on the couch for him.
Woo! I'm going to spill coffee everywhere.
Yay!
Katie's mine. Shame,
that is a Tom Cruise moment right there.
Probably should move that far away from myself. But no, seriously, a movie so epic, and it's cinematic bliss. You've got hundreds of millions of dollars, make action cinema. You've got the same resources as everyone else. Ask for your money back if it's not like Mission Impossible.
Okay, boom. We love it. Thank you so much, James. Another movie that's sure to leave you on the edge of your seat stars Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin. And of course, they star in a romantic drama based on a biographical novel that's set in 1983 about a couple who are left stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean after a hurricane and must find their way to Hawaii with a damaged ship and no radio. Now, this heartbreaking true story about the fight for survival against the harsh current of nature is sure to be a tearjerker. Now, we are giving 5 of our lucky viewers the chance to win one of 5 amazing Kindles valued at 2,000 Rand. So you can watch the movie and use your new Kindle to read the book right after. And if you're feeling lucky, visit the Expresso Facebook page. Find the competition post and share a photo of you and the person that you'd like to be stuck on a ship with, and of course, why. The competition closes on Friday, the 27th of July at 5 p.m. and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
All right. I can't wait to see Mission Impossible, man.
9 out of 10
All out.
popcorns.
JP,
Yes.
dude, that is epic. You deserve that standing on the couch moment.
You
That's for sure.
certainly do. Well, we're about to take a quick break. When we get back, we are chatting all things presenter search on 3. Jeannie D joins us for that, and I'm quite excited for tonight's episode.
Can't wait to see what will be unfolding. And then we're also going to be back with our world champs. I'm talking about the Tygerberg Children's Choir. They're going to be performing for us once again on your Feel Good Breakfast Show after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Coming up on Afternoon Express today, live at 4:30 on SABC3. She's one of South Africa's best-loved actresses. Zenande Mfenyana is best known to SABC viewers for her former role as Noluntu Mamela on Generations. Plus, we meet fashion entrepreneur Kaya Mthengwane, who collaborates with kids from orphanages, giving them the chance to design accessories and earn a living. That's Afternoon Express, weekdays at 4:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Bite my tongue and hold my breath. Scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. Guess that I forgot I had a chance. That you pushed me past that red point. I stood for nothing. I fell for everything. Held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. I thought you were gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on SABC3. So good to be hanging out with you on your Thursday. So far, it's been a major Feel Good Thursday. We had Kudi Chana in the house. The Tygerberg Children's Choir, they are here world champs at that as well. They've just been sound checking. They're bringing us Katy Perry's Raw a little bit later on. Sounds amazing. Right now, though, let's get into some entertainment news.
Can't wait for that. But in your international entertainment news, President Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is no more, and this is for a second time. And this is after police say a man smashed it to smithereens with a pickaxe. That's right, another pickaxe. Now, the police reportedly took a man into custody early on Wednesday morning after he turned himself into Beverly Hills PD for vandalizing Trump's star. Now, the dude who acts the star reportedly called cops to report the crime, but was nowhere to be seen when they arrived. And witnesses and police say that the man arrived on Hollywood Boulevard with a guitar case in hand, from which he pulled out the pickaxe. Now, he allegedly then went at it and crushed the star to rubble. So he no longer has a star on the Hollywood Star Walk of Fame.
Look, I get there's frustration around things and people, but come on, you know.
Leave the stars alone.
There's not so much of a star left.
Yeah,
okay.
Not so much. But listen, it feels like just months ago that, and in fact, it was just last year that Fergie and Josh Duhamel, they announced their split. And it seems like not shortly after that, he's been dating his girlfriend, Isa Gonzalez, and they've just been dating for about 5 months, and reports are now saying that due to their work schedules, which were tough on their relationship, a source told People magazine, and despite being spotted together in Mexico over the 4th of July weekend, an insider also told US Weekly that the duo broke up just weeks ago, claiming that they just drifted apart.
Relationships and Hollywood. I was a fan of Josh and Fergie. Yeah, they made such a cool. They were a fun couple.
They were a fun couple. I mean, they've got a baby boy together.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're still putting their child's interest
first.
I mean, but he's back on the market.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Zoe?
He's back on the market.
That's not what I asked. Not what I asked. Are you a fan? That's what I'm saying.
I like his movies.
Okay, that's good enough. But let's leave it there. That's your international entertainment news this morning.
After a nationwide search and garnering over 10,000 entries, South Africa finally voted. Now, a medical student from Johannesburg by the name of Nosipho Mhlanga has recently been announced as the new face of Ponds in the brand's widely publicized hashtag I am the face of Ponds competition. Aside from winning the coveted title and prizes to the value of 100,000 Rand, Nosipho will also feature as the new face of Ponds lasting oil competition. And we're so lucky we've got this beautiful girl here along with Ponds' brand lead Devashni Ganesh in studio this morning. But first, let's take a look at Nosipho's first behind the scenes shoot with Ponds.
As you guys know, I'm the new face of Ponds, and I'm really excited to be here. Today's been quite an amazing day, and I just want to share my journey with you guys.
Here she is, and deserving of a big round of applause. Nosipho Mhlanga, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Look at you just shining on the couch there, yellow on yellow. I am loving
definitely.
it.
Matching with the couches.
Very nice. Firstly, congratulations on being the face of Ponds. What does it feel like to you? How did it feel when you got that call giving you the revelation that you have this amazing new title?
I think that's a really good question because it's a moment that I won't soon come to forget. I remember I screamed very loud. I cried a bit, but more than anything, I was so overcome with gratitude. As you said, over 10,000 beautiful South African women entered this competition. And from that 10,000, 5 of us were chosen. And all of them were also beautiful, incredible women. Any one of them deserved to win this competition. To finally South Africa choosing me as the new face of Ponds, that is something that I'll always be grateful for. It's been such a whirlwind journey, but I've enjoyed every minute of it.
And such a deserving person. I mean, just looking at you right now, you're so absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Devashni, thank you for bringing Expresso along this journey with Ponds. It's been so exciting to be a part of it. But take us back to the beginning. Why did you decide to open this up to the regular South African woman and bring her on board with the brand?
Well, Leanne, it's been such an amazing journey. We're at Ponds, we always endeavor to take our consumers' interest at heart. Every opinion counts, every comment is something that we listen to. And what the public wanted was for us to bring back the popular face of Ponds. And that's a reason for us bringing this competition live in 2018. It was a chance, an opportunity for us to reward a South African woman and make her dreams come true.
Wow. How amazing was that? Now, not only is Nosipho going to be the face of Ponds, but also the face of the Ponds Lasting Oil Control range.
Yes.
Do you want to take us through a little bit more about this range?
So our Lasting Oil Control range helps control excessive oil on your skin. And if you're someone who has blackheads, who has large pores, someone who is concerned about your oily skin, this is the range for you.
Wonderful.
And Nosipho is the perfect representation for this range. She is someone who, when we looked at the finalists, we were actually considering we needed to use this platform to change someone's life and change the trajectory of their life. And she's been the perfect fit. So we're so excited to have her as the face of Lasting Oil Control for 2018.
That's amazing. Now, talking about changing the trajectory of someone's life, Nosipho, how have you prepared to be the face of such an iconic brand?
I think my entire life has prepared me for this moment. So just in general, my life experiences and exposures have prepared me for this moment, not forgetting the amazing team at Ponds who have literally held my hand every step of the journey. But I think one thing that reminds me of what I should be as a brand ambassador for Ponds is a quote by Maya Angelou, and it says, "I come as one, but I stand as 10,000." And that reminds me that as a brand ambassador for Ponds, I'm not only there to represent Ponds as a brand, but I'm also there to represent that young, ambitious, goal-driven woman who isn't afraid to live her dreams and be anything that she wants to be. I mean, I want to be a doctor and I'm going to be one next year, but I also wanted to be the face of Ponds, and I am the face of Ponds Lasting Oil Control.
Oh, amazing. Well, congratulations
Thank
once
you so
again.
much.
You're so inspirational. We have
Thank
enjoyed
you.
watching your journey, and may the rest of this year be just even more incredible
Definitely.
than anything that came before it.
Thank you so
Devashni,
much.
thank you also for being here. It's been the
Thank
most
you
fun.
very much.
Do more stuff so we can follow the journey more.
Yeah, there's more coming.
I'm so excited. Well, following an exhilarating nationwide search, 25-year-old Nosipho Mhlanga will be joining the ranks of Ayanda Tabete, Thembi Siete, and Celeste Kamalo as the official faces of the brand. And what company to be keeping right now. Absolutely amazing. So stay tuned and follow Nosipho's journey on social media, and find Ponds on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter using that hashtag I am the face of Ponds.
Right, well, it's all giggles and laughing at the moment. We are talking presenter search on 3, and we've been loving the season so far. It's been phenomenal. It's been ups and downs, highs and lows, emotions, tears, laughter, all of that. But tonight we reached a penultimate episode where the top 6 made their way to the gorgeous Reunion Island. And this morning, to run us through her experience, presenter search on 3 judge and the ever so gorgeous Jeannie D. You joined us on your Bigger Breakfast show this morning. How are you, love?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's so nice to have
you. Better get all the good information
information
out of me before I wake up.
Okay. Well, in tonight's episode of Presenter Search, we see you and the top 6 finalists jet off to Reunion Island. I mean, you're no stranger to traveling. Have you been to Reunion Island before?
This was my first time to Reunion Island, and I've always wanted to go, and I wasn't disappointed. It was really lovely.
It's beautiful. I've been there as well, and I was blown away just by how developed it is. It's beautiful. There's roads, there's highways, but you've got massive nature and volcanoes and everything like looking at you square in the face.
Well, it's this little volcanic jewel in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and there's 2 active volcanoes on the island. One had just erupted before we had gotten there. And it's really close. I mean, it's 4 hours outside of Johannesburg, so it's a really quick flight, and it's definitely worth a visit. The one thing to remember, like you said, it's so developed. It actually is under rule of France. So it's as developed as what France would be. They use the euro as their currency, so it's basically like being in an extension of... It's if Paris was an island.
Okay.
Just with a tropical climate.
How's your French?
My French isn't bad. My French kissing is a lot better. but my French isn't bad.
I think I just know
can
bonjour.
get myself home from a bar. Put it that way.
No, but it seems like you guys
fluent.
have been spoiled. I mean, you were flown with Air Austral. You guys stayed at the 5-star Ayoko Hotel and Spa. Did you have some downtime to do some sightseeing?
I did. So the majority of time, you know, we were following the contestants and watching all of their inserts and kind of giving them crit and just trying to direct them a little bit. But at this stage, they're all really good, so they don't need that much help. So yes, I took a lot of downtime. I exercised, we ran on the beach a lot. I went to the spa, which was amazing. They've got a great gym. I actually got a lot of the contestants to train me in the gym.
Oh, really?
I got all the
Look at
guys.
you.
There were three of the guys actually trained me in the gym, and that was fun. And I thought, well, why are you guys doing this with shirts on? And they were like, well...
I'm sure they loved it.
That's
equally.
better.
Please tell me you had a camera crew with you to capture all of that.
Well, I had my phone. I captured it on my phone.
Look, I was about to get to that point because naturally, being Jeannie D, you know, Instagram, you know, you literally lit up Instagram with all of your posts. But the one thing that we did notice is you said something, you captioned it, taking over the family business. What on earth? What's going on there?
I was riding a bull. It's actually an ox-drawn cart, and it's one of the oldest traditions of farming still used in some of the sugarcane fields. And this, I think, was a rum plantation. Well, it was a rum distillery, and we learned how to make rum. It was very exciting. I mean, well, the contestants learned how to make rum. I drank the rum.
How are their rum making skills?
No, they're fantastic. They're really good. They're so good. You know, if you have to look at the contestants that we've had from this presenter search, I think as far as the top 6 goes, it's the best top 6 that we've ever had. They are all... They're all ready to go. They're all so good. There's very little for me to crit them on. Look, I mean, who am I to judge?
It sounded like it was more of like a bit of a pleasure trip at this stage with what you got up to and the things that you got to do. Were you actually working? Was there some hard work involved? You know,
my job
kinda,
is such hard
with your sea
work.
view room, 5-star luxuries.
I mean,
look at that.
It is so beautiful. And we were there in winter.
Yeah.
So obviously, because it's an island, I suppose I spent every day in that pool. Yeah. I miss it. Looking at these images now, I think I want to go back to Reunion.
Yeah. So people probably
Je voudrais aller Reunion, s'il vous plaît.
It is beautiful, yeah. So this was the 5-star Ayoko Hotel and Spa where you guys were staying.
Exactly.
And it looks absolutely heavenly. But that is exactly the experience that I had from Reunion as well, with the active volcanoes. Actually, Mauritius used to be Reunion way back in the day, but it
exactly,
moved.
and then Reunion went and got. So then Reunion stayed under France's rule, and then Mauritius became independent, which is why in Mauritius they still use the rupee, and in Reunion they use the euro. So it's very much. We landed the day that France was in the World Cup in the final.
Aww.
And so as we got to the hotel, it was just before those last goals were going to be scored, and it was just a crazy celebration. There were people in the streets. They were going mad. It was so fun. It's always a good idea to land in a place when everything is best. So it was wonderful. And then, of course, our top 6 just are amazing.
Yeah. Oh, well, listen, I'm looking forward to tonight's episode. You're giving us the travel feels and complete jealousy. But don't go anywhere, because we'll be back a little bit later with Jeannie D to take a closer look at tonight's episode of Presenter Search and her predictions as we get closer and closer to that finale. Now, don't forget to catch all of the action on Presenter Search on 3 tonight. That's at 7:30 p.m. right here on 3.
I can't believe that we're nearing the end. It feels like we just started this whole process yesterday. But Jeannie D will stay with us as we continue to chat Presenter Search on 3 Top 6. And then the Tygerberg Choir is still with us, and they are going to blow you away right after the break.
What Mandela Day means to me is the fact that it's a reminder for a lot of people to go out and help one another, because that's what Mandela did. He's such an inspiration to people, especially in our country.
His bravery just to fight for freedom for his own people and to bring quality for everyone in South Africa. And today Mandela is a global legend. He is a global legend. He's not only a South African hero.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso, and we have Jeannie D in the hot seat as we continue our conversation around Presenter Search on 3. And now we get to pick your brain to find out a little bit more about tonight's episode. In fact, the last 2 episodes of the season.
Jeannie D in the hot seat.
I know.
Hot Jeannie D in the hot seat.
It's getting warm. Okay, so there's obviously 2 episodes left. Tonight is the semi-final. Next week is going to be the final. So, you know, the whole idea was for us to choose, or is for us to choose 3 winners. 1 for Expresso Morning Show, 1 for Afternoon Express, and then one for top billing. So thank you for trusting me in finding your new co-presenter.
You're pretty much one of the best people to trust when it comes to this.
Well, I hope so. I trust my own judgment.
Well, you see now, that's
and
it.
we trust your judgment.
But I mean, taking a look at the top 6, Jeannie, it's been an incredible journey to narrow down.
We gave you Zoe.
Thank you. No, she's not bad.
I thought she was a pretty good choice.
Thank you.
But taking a look at that top 6, are these the contestants that you thought from the get-go would be there? If you really had to say. And really, if you take a look at the eliminations, have anything really shocked you going through the process?
No, how could I be shocked by it?
You know what I mean? Like,
I was adamant and I fought for a lot of people to get through.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, look, a lot of the people that you see now that are still in the show were the people that from the beginning, and 2 of them, when they walked into their audition with me, immediately when they walked out, I said, they're clear winners.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then as I followed them through, they were just an obvious choice for me.
Okay.
And thankfully the other judges felt exactly the same way. And also a lot of people, I mean, everybody watched the show. So all of my friends, all of my family, a lot of people in the industry that I would respect, that I do respect, I asked and I said, who are your favorites? Who do you like? And I was right on the money. So I'm quite pleased. Now tell me, who would you guys want on the show?
Well, I've always said someone that can handle the fitness on the show.
Yeah.
I'm happy for someone.
I know who you're talking about. It's just because he's so hot.
Well, Jeannie, you know what? Afternoon Express, you guys, with the first presenter search, you had Danilo joining you.
Yes.
Is this potentially the year for the ladies or the gents joining the Afternoon Express team? Is there any hints you can give us?
Well, you know what? In 2018, I think we're not going to judge whether someone is a male or a female, but just their abilities to fit into that particular show. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Have to wait till next week.
So it's very hard to draw any information out of you at this stage, right?
I know. But I mean, I'm open for bribes.
Oh, you're open for bribes.
Can we
all
offer
right.
you some yummy McCafe coffee?
Some rusks, some muffins, done.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
Okay, I want to know what is going to be taking place tonight. On Reunion Island with the top 6, I mean, what have you made these guys do? What did you put them through?
Well, you know, we've got dramatic spins on the show all the time.
Yeah.
So tonight is going to be, there's an elimination this evening. Obviously, it's the semi-final.
That's
so
right.
it's going to be quite dramatic. But shame there, Musa took my ox cart. She went with Harmony into the sugarcane fields, and she's amazing. She's such a trooper.
Yeah.
She went and did it in heels as well.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, I'm no stranger to doing things in heels, but even I know you wear flats when you go farming. You know, just the farm girl in me. And so tonight's going to be lots of fun. And then the guys, so basically the top 6 got separated into different teams. The team of 3 and another team of 3. And they went and did these little travel logs for us. That team, they called themselves the FTT, the final top 3. Woo! That was their team name. And they did so well. There was a lot of crit, a lot of laughter, but they actually went and did so many incredible adventure things. If you are looking to travel to Reunion, you definitely get a great view on it with some of the things that they do.
If you're looking for adventure.
If you're looking for adventure. And I mean, the show is just so well done and so well shot. I'm so proud of our cameraman. Like, one was hanging out of the cave at one point on a monkey belt with his camera, and I was just like, that's my guy.
We need to show more behind the scenes.
Well, the behind the scenes is so interesting. It's so fascinating to see how we put, you know, these shows together and how many takes some presenters need before they wax it. Not everyone is as good as you guys that you can just deliver live TV off the cuff. A lot of people need a lot of work behind what they do. So it really is interesting to see how it's made. Like the one lady who was showing us around said, it's so fascinating because when you watch the show, everyone makes it look so easy, but then behind the scenes you see how much time is actually taken for just 3 minutes of TV. So tonight's going to be a goodie.
Okay.
Obviously it's the elimination. I mean, the eliminations are always difficult.
It's horrible.
How do you decide who goes home out of all these incredibly talented people?
Well, that's up to you guys. I mean, but I know
hard.
throughout the season, not only were you judging and critiquing and guiding them, but what was your top advice for the current top 6? What was your main focus for them?
Just to be aware that they're all going to be unique brands, and your representation as a brand online has to be as strong as what it is going to be on television. Also, nowadays, I mean, you guys know what it's like. It's not good enough just arriving on set and expecting everything to be done for you. You've got to have done your homework. You've got to do your research. And, you know, from an aesthetic point of view, you are the brand, you are the business. So fitness, lifestyle, taking care of your skin, what you eat, that kind of thing also
plays a role.
It plays a huge role.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been watching your Instagram. I don't even know why you wear clothes.
I think you should do the fitness.
Listen, thank you very, very much. It's been an incredible journey, and just to see you as well, just kind of honing in and uncovering those skills. And I think that's the tough part. That's the tough part, and you've done so well with it.
I cry every week with an elimination. It really is very tough.
I got emotional with the last one, okay? And I don't really cry.
Was in tears
I'm just saying. But thank you very much. We can't wait. Tonight, episode definitely not to be missed. Not only is it set against the beautiful backdrop of Reunion Island, but it is the top 6, and they are just moments away from finding out who will be joining us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Though, make sure you catch it tonight. Presenter Search on 3. That's 7:30 on SABC3 with the repeat at 12 on Sunday.
I'm taking you all to Reunion Island.
This Thursday, Presenter Search on 3 goes international as the remaining 6 contestants jet off to Reunion. Follow their adventures on this volcanic island in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Catch all the drama with Presenter Search on 3, Thursday night at 7:30 on SABC3. Repeat Saturday at 12 midday. The stage is yours.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe.
Oh, well, make sure you do not miss any of the action on Presenter Search on 3. That's tonight at 7:30, and on Saturday will be the repeat at 12 p.m. But let's get on with the official duties of the morning. Here's Leanne with your headlines.
Thank you so much, Zoe. In the national news this morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa has hailed the first decade of the existence of BRICS as a major success in global developmental agenda. Ramaphosa was speaking at the official opening of the 10th BRICS Summit, currently underway in Sandton. The meeting brings together leaders and businessmen from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. China's President Xi Jinping warned that the world is facing a choice between cooperation and confrontation. In a speech aimed largely at the Trump administration, Xi said that there could be no winner in any trade war. Meanwhile, the Minister of Trade and Industry, Rob Davies, has said South Africa plans to use the BRICS platform to find ways to mitigate the impact of growing protectionism as the country has become collateral damage in the ongoing US trade wars. Speaking on the sidelines at the BRICS summit yesterday, he said the business forum established by the 5-nation emerging economies would be used to encourage trade amongst member states and find ways to promote multilateral trade. Now moving further abroad, 2 mountain gorillas have been born in the Democratic Republic of the Congo's famous Virunga National Park, bringing to 9 the number of babies born this year. A 19-year-old mountain gorilla named Kayenga gave birth to her 3rd child, a boy, whilst 8-year-old Anangana gave birth to her first baby, a girl, the park has said in a statement. The mountain gorilla is one of the world's most endangered animals. Over the last decade, Virunga National Park's mountain gorilla families have played a major role in increasing the species' worldwide population. And then finally, a massive underground lake has been detected for the first time on Mars, raising the possibility that more water and maybe even life exists there, international astronomers said yesterday. Located under a layer of Martian ice, the lake is about 20 kilometers wide, the largest body of liquid water ever found on the red planet. Mars is now cold, barren and dry, but it used to be warm and wet. It was home to plenty of liquid water and lakes at least 3.6 billion years ago. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Time for a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's round up your sport headlines this morning, starting off with rugby. The Lions received a boost yesterday as captain Warren Whiteley and Andries Coetzee extended their contracts with the Joburg side. Now, both players will remain with the Lions until the next of the 2019 season. The extensions serve as some relief for the union, with the host of players and coaches recently leaving for opportunities overseas. Now, Whiteley and Coetzee will be in action this Saturday as the Lions face the Waratahs in the Super Rugby semi-finals. And in soccer news, French defender Benjamin Pavard has been awarded the goal of the tournament at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Pavard's award-winning strike came in the 57th minute of France's 4-3 quarter-final win over Argentina. Now named as the winner via a public vote on FIFA's website, Pavard's goal gained more than 3 million votes as he finished ahead of Juan Quintero's free kick against Japan. And ending off with cycling news, Colombia's Nairo Quintana won his first Tour de France stage in 5 years as he came out on top in yesterday's stage 17. Quintana crossed the line in just over 2 hours and 21 minutes, finishing 28 seconds ahead of Dan Martin. In the yellow jersey, Geraint Thomas took one step closer to the Tour de France title as he finished the stage third to open a 20-second lead on the general classification. And that's where we leave your sport headlines on your Thursday morning.
Well, let's take a final look at your roads for this morning in Gauteng, south of Johannesburg. There's been reports of protest action currently taking place in Lawley due to land issues. There's also a truck that's alight and burning tires in the street. The South African Police Services are currently on site. Roads in and out of Lawley remain closed, so please avoid the area if possible. And that's where I leave your traffic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you very much, Zoe. It's just after 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at your weather and your temperatures. And already it's a beautiful morning in the mother city with that sunrise, but it's shaping up to be a beautiful day across most parts of South Africa, reaching mild to warm temperatures. No rain expected, though, going into your Thursday. But let me run you through your temperatures. Polokwane starting off on 4 minimum, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Mbombela, 7.26. Pretoria, 6 and a high of 24 degrees. Johannesburg, 4.22. Mahikeng, 6.24. Klerksdorp, good morning, 4 minimum, your maximum 23. Kimberley 6.23. Bloemfontein cold this morning on around 0, but it's warms up to a maximum of 21. Richards Bay starting off on 14, your maximum 24. Pietermaritzburg 7, also maximum 24. Durban 15.23. Mthatha 6.22. East London 15.23. Cradock 7.24. Port Elizabeth on 13 minimum, your maximum 21 degrees. George 14, your maximum 22. Sutherland 7 and a high of 20. Cape Town starting off on 12 minimum with the maximum 19 degrees. Worcester 11.24. Springbok nice and hot today, starting off on a 9 minimum, your maximum 27. And Uppington on 12 minimum, reaching a mild maximum of 25 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Thursday morning.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
You know what we're going to do when you hear that tune. Every day, millions of people across the world celebrate their birthdays. So as we welcome today, the 26th of July, we're taking a moment to wish some celebrities and maybe even you at home a very happy birthday.
Well, first up is one of my favorite actresses. It is Oscar-nominated American actress Sandra Bullock celebrating her birthday today. I mean, she's currently starring in Ocean's 8. She's played in so many amazing movies, including Gravity, Minions, The Proposal, and of course, Miss Congeniality. So
absolutely. Happy birthday, Sandra Bullock. Now, today also marks the birthday of Rolling Stones singer and rock and roll legend Mick Jagger. And of course, still going strong at 75.
Happy birthday. And then, of course, we'd also like to use this opportunity to wish some of our special viewers a happy birthday, including Fazana, who is turning, Fazana Musa, turning 2 years old. And then we also have a special birthday wish for Violet Africa, who turns 100 years old today. Can we get a round of applause? Absolutely incredible. She's had a remarkable life and has a very loving family that will be celebrating with her today.
That is amazing. Also, a big happy birthday to Suhail Kenny, turning a whole 2 years old today. Happy birthday, Suhail. And then Mario Faru. And finally, as well, Norman Peterson. So Mario, Norman, happy the birthday. Oh, such a wonderful day for a birthday.
So exciting. Well, if it's your birthday and we've missed it, a happy birthday to you. And remember, you can always share your birthday with us, or if you'd love to wish a loved one, you can tweet us at Expresso Show.
Right, well, we are back with the Tygerberg Children's Choir, and we are so happy. Can we just have a round of applause for our beautiful ladies and gents here this morning? Wow, they are absolutely phenomenal. They performed for us earlier on as well, and they gave us all goosebumps, waking Sea Point up with majestic sounds this morning. But they are back with another performance. But to just give you a bit of background, they stepped out of the 10th World Choir Games with 4 gold medals and 2 World Champ categories. That was the Children's Choir Division and also the Musica Sacra with Accompaniment Division. They are phenomenal at what they do, and we'll give you a bit of a taste before we chat to them once again. Here they are with Puri Conchente.
Join the party on #TopBilling this Saturday evening at 6 with self-made man Priven Reddy.
So you guys want to know how I went from taking a taxi to flying first class globally? Tune in to find out.
Olympic
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. So good to be hanging out with you this morning. Right now, let's get into some baby talk. It is a Thursday, after all. We love it. Now, bonding with your baby, it may seem as if it should come naturally, but about 13% of new mothers globally deal with postpartum depression. Now, early bonding with mom is crucial to a newborn's sense of security, and the new world is much less comfortable than the warm, cushy uterus. And mom is a warm, cushy connection to that safe place as well. And if mom is depressed, that connection is unstable, impacting an infant's early development.
Exactly. Now, while you may not know everything about babies, you can learn with Clover NutriKids this morning. That's why we invited Kath McGaw and Dr. Bavi Vaithillingham. Yes, that surname is absolutely getting me this morning, to chat about postpartum depression and, of course, not only the effects that it has on mom, but on baby too. Now, welcome, ladies, to the show. I have seen this before in one friend of mine, and it is something that if you don't understand it, can be quite a crazy experience. Do you want to tell us what postpartum depression is?
So, can I kick off?
Absolutely.
Postpartum depression is depression that happens in the postnatal period, or the postpartum period, after you've had a baby. But we actually like to talk about perinatal depression. Depression happening during pregnancy and depression happening afterwards, because often mums get depressed during pregnancy and it continues into the postnatal period. And it's depression that is often caused by the pregnancy, the hormonal changes, the birth of the new baby, that whole constellation of things that makes up having a new baby.
Wow. A friend of mine, just to tie into that, a friend of mine realized that only in her later years she had no baby pictures of herself because her mom didn't know she was going through postpartum depression and so had never formed a bond with her, which only, of course, she realized in later years there's no baby pictures of her whatsoever because no one ever knew what was happening to her mom at that stage.
It is such a serious. I mean, I've been through it, and with my two boys and my wife, you know, there were definitely signs of some postpartum depression, and I presume is it a hormonal changes after delivering baby and also going through? Is it really all about the hormones at the end of the day?
It's complex because it's different from mum to mum. So we talk about postpartum depression as one illness, but it's probably a couple of illnesses where some mums it's very hormonal, other mums there are social factors that come into play. Sometimes it's the adjustment, lack of sleep. I mean, you know, you've got young kids. Lack of sleep is a huge problem, and that can often feed into it.
And of course, it's so crucial to make sure that your baby, the toddler, gets the right nutrition from the get-go, making sure that they are healthy. Now, can a mother's diet play a role in postpartum depression, ultimately leading to you know, malnourished children at the end of the day?
I think there's definitely, you know, moms often forget to eat, and we know that if our blood sugar drops, we are more prone to different mood swings. So it won't be the cause, but it can definitely exacerbate it. Also, moms can become nutrient deficient if they're not taking the correct vitamin supplements that replenishes their body. Their body's been through a lot growing this baby. And then if they are breastfeeding as well, they need in a lot more nutrition and calories. And for example, even like your B group of vitamins, which are definitely some of your mood stabilizing vitamins, if those are lacking due to the stress of the pregnancy, and that might add extra to the response that the mom has.
I want to ask, does postnatal depression affect dads as well?
Well, I think both of us have experienced that dads can get depressed as well.
Really, definitely.
And often it happens when mum is depressed. As mum gets better, dads start realizing, actually, I've been depressed as well.
Oh, wow.
But it can happen in isolation. Fathers can get depressed without mothers being depressed. And it's about, we're not sure because we haven't done as much research, but it may be up to 1 in 10 fathers who get postnatal depression.
And maybe that's also a subject that's really not talked about a lot, because a lot of focus is on the woman and the new baby, and this is quite a big one as well. But I mean, we are sticking to the woman, but I think it really comes down to not only, like we spoke about, the hormones, but you know, the diet and the adjustment period when you get that new little critter in your house. It's a big change, and I'm just thinking back now to when my two boys were born. It is huge. Nothing can prepare you for that, and to make that adjustment in your head is monumental. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, well, we are chatting about postpartum depression, not only for mothers, infants, but for the family structure as a whole. So our lines are open this morning, 021-430-9881. This is a safe space. Our experts are here on the couch ready to answer your questions. So please do give us a call. We'll be right back after this.
NutriKids, good for mom, way better for kids. Made with love by Clover.
Now, as an extension on our baby talk, we are breaking away for some fitness, and earlier we focused on a prenatal workout that's safe for mom and babies, and now we're going to focus on postnatal, when baby arrives and what you can do. And we have the ladies Jill and Kayla from Fit for Two. They are joining us this morning to make sure that you at home have some fantastic workout ideas for once baby arrives. So Kayla, you're about to lead this one for us. Yes. What can we do? So clearly baby has now arrived in terms of fitness.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. I have my little baby.
So our classes are really amazing because mums can bring their babies with them. Okay. So they can really bond with their babies and they don't have to feel guilty at leaving them at home. So I'm going to do a quick exercise, we'll do a quick warm-up, and then you can either hold baby facing you or you can turn baby around, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're going to do some nice squats. So you're going to open legs up nice and wide, and we're going to go down and up. And we're going to put our knees behind our toes, bum back. That's it. So you can either have your toes facing out or you can have them facing forward. And Jill's using our pram as another example of what you can do.
Okay. And what's great is this is also a nice workout you can do at home.
Yes. You can do it in the comfort of your own living room.
Okay.
And then we're going to move into a lunge. So you're going to go nice and low and back. And same thing, you can either turn baby around, whatever's comfortable for you. And down and up. And then switch legs and down and up and down and up. And then we're going to move and we're going to put baby on the floor very gently. And we're going to go into hands and knees. And we're going to cross our legs and we're going to do a nice push-up. And you're going to kiss baby on the forehead and come up. Which is really nice to bond
I'm going to get lipstick
baby.
all over my fake baby, but
That's okay.
That's cute.
Keeping your tummy nice and tight. We really focus on pelvic floor and really tightening everything up after birth. And that's it, and then we can come up onto hands and knees again and do our opposite arm to opposite leg.
Okay.
And just smiling at baby, making sure you're bonding with baby.
Okay, so this really is a great workout for mom and baby to do. When people want to get in touch with you guys, Fit for Two, where can they get a hold of you?
You can go to our website on www.fitfor2.co.za, or you can find us on Instagram on Fit42SA or Facebook under Fit42.
Okay, and you said you guys are currently based in Johannesburg, but you are planning on moving?
Yeah, we have branches all over the show, so by the end of the year we'll be national. So now we're in Joburg and we'll be in Cape Town hopefully by the end of next week.
Oh, fantastic thing. So make sure you check them out. Kayla and Jill, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we're about to continue our baby talk on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Now, how could we possibly let the beautiful Jeannie D leave our studio this morning without her first showing us how she likes to dip her Oma? Jeannie, good morning. This is the first time I get to hang out with you, baby girl.
You look so beautiful today.
Thank you, as do you. Now, as you can see, this is our Dipper Oma wall. We've got a whole host of celebrities on here. You're about to join it, but before
None
we
of them
find
look
out...
old enough to be Omas.
No. We're not Omas ourselves. One day I look forward to being one. I'm going to be a rocking Oma, by the way, you're best recognized.
Oh, yeah.
But what is your favorite way to stay warm on a winter's night?
To travel somewhere warm.
Yeah, you just chase summer all year long.
I do enjoy chasing summer, but I do love getting in front of the TV on the couch with the blankie, and I really like puttanesca, like that Italian pasta with tuna and tomato and capers in. I love slap chips is my favorite weakness.
Yeah.
And of course,
come on,
a little coffee with the rusks.
Talking about rusks, what is your favorite flavor of Oma rusks?
Karringmelk.
Yeah, karringmelk, Macy.
Karringmelk, Macy. I didn't know that the name was buttermilk because I think my parents always used to buy the box with the Afrikaans name in it. So I was always like, oh, Karringmelk.
Exactly, Karringmelk.
I thought it was like a type of...
So caring.
So
we love it.
So
well, my favorite is muesli. Finally, they've given us a whole box to enjoy by ourselves.
Nice.
But we've got to get to the moment that we've been waiting for, the pièce de résistance. What is Jeannie D's way of dipping an Oma?
Okay, so there's a technique to this.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach it to you because, in my opinion, it's the only technique
Okay.
that should be used when dipping your Oma.
All right.
So you hold your mug.
I
and
see
you
you've got it in there.
You
You've
need
got
a
it
nice
in there.
big one
It's firm.
like this.
Okay.
And, I mean, everybody's got their fancy tricks, but this is the only one that makes sense for me. Now, I like it when the rusk goes really soft.
Okay.
So the technique is to hold it in there for a while.
Okay.
And you've got to hold it quite close to your mouth because you're only going to pull it out when it's so soggy that it's almost going to fall, but then you've got to hup it and catch it before it drops back into the coffee.
Okay.
So because you know what I'm talking about when it gets really drenched.
Yes. And then you just... So what is the name of it, though?
Jeannie Dunk.
The Jeannie Dunk Dip. I like it. The Jeannie Dunk Dip. Are you happy with that?
There you go. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So we're going to wait
Dunky
until
D.
it's really soft. Oh, wow. Why you got to do it so sexy, though? I can't do it like you. No, that's amazing.
No, that's
the Jeannie
rush.
Dunk Dip. Oh, I love it. So as Jeannie continues to enjoy her dip, we want you to add your dip to our Dip Wall of Fame and send us a pic of how you like to dip your Oma, and you can make it onto our wall the next time we see another famous face in our studio. I'm going to try it. So good.
Right?
Amazing.
So anyway.
cozy up this winter and dipper Oma. How do you dipper Oma?
Oh, it's a beautiful morning. It's your Thursday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to be taking a very quick break. Don't move a muscle. When we come back, some more movie news. It is, of course, just ahead of the weekend. And in the wake of Mission Impossible Fallout, of course, Henry Cavill also starring in that movie. But he reportedly said that he would like to have a shot as 007 James Bond. We'll find out from JP what's the story. And we're also going to be jumping into the kitchen. On the menu this morning, a dark chocolate and chili condensed milk cheesecake. It's a mouthful, but it sounds delicious. That and more heading your way after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3 Thursday. And that means baby talk on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. We're tackling a big one this morning, postpartum depression and infants. And joining us, we have psychiatrist Dr. Bobby Vithalingam and also clinical pediatric dietitian Kath McGaw joining us on the couch. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining us.
Before we get into any more questions, we've got a call on the line. It is Estelle from Bloemfontein. Estelle, good morning. What is your question for our experts this morning?
Yes, hi, good morning, team. I would like to know from the ladies, depression, can it cause any miscarriage? Because my daughter didn't bond with the babies from the beginning. I'm the grandmama, and there is more a bond between me and them. They know she's the mama, but I'm the one that's more important than her.
So she's
Can
asking,
you please answer that?
Can depression, if a mom, an expected mom, if they're depressed, can it lead to miscarriage, for one? And also, can it cause a separation between mom and baby? Because she's the grandma and she feels she's the one that's more there than mom at this stage.
Has got a better connection with the baby than the mom itself.
So depression can lead to an increased risk for miscarriage. We're not sure exactly how much that is, but we have seen in mums that are depressed, they had high risk for miscarriage, they had higher risk for preterm labor. With bonding, definitely depression can impact on bonding because mums, you feel depressed, you feel down, you have no drive, you have no energy, and that affects your social interaction. But even if mums are depressed, they can still bond, and an easy way to help with that bonding is for mums to just mirror what their baby does. So if baby smiles, you smile. If baby makes a funny face, you make a funny face. The kind of things that we do, if you think about it normally with babies, we make faces at them. And that is a simple thing that allows mum to bond with the baby, for baby to feel that bonding, and also helps mum get out of the depression.
And I think also in Estelle's case, just taking a look at some treatment for her daughter. You mentioned, like we're speaking about, obviously, postpartum depression. How severe can it get? Thank you very much for your call, Estelle, by the way. Sorry.
it can get really severe. So it can get to the point where mothers are no longer able to function. And there have been some really tragic cases where women have killed themselves and killed their babies because of postpartum depression.
Wow.
So it's a serious condition and it needs to be treated. And the thing is, Kath and I were just speaking during the break, that depression is so easily treated and so effectively treated. Medication is very safe to use during pregnancy and during breastfeeding. And we just both want to get the message out to mums. You can still be on medication, breastfeed.
That's very important because breastfeeding plays such an important role in also the bonding process. We definitely don't want to remove that. And there's no reason, there's no science behind not being able to breastfeed while you're taking medication.
Is it possible, are there cases where a mum can get postpartum depression a while after baby has arrived, like 6 months after or 10 months after? Are there cases of that happening?
You can get postpartum depression up to a year.
Wow.
So the most common period is in that 6 to 8 weeks afterwards. But many mothers can get it up to a year. And often, you know, you see mums who come to you with older babies and they're coming for the first time at 10 months, a year, even 18 months or later, but the depression has started earlier and it hasn't been picked up. So, I mean, if you are worried, go and get help. It's better to be told you don't have depression, it's something else, it's just an adjustment thing, than to sit with the depression and have it go untreated.
What does treatment look like for somebody that's in a severe stage of postpartum depression? You know, if you want to maybe help a fellow mom, a friend, a family member of yours, what would that treatment scenario look like?
So treatment, we work as a team. So we usually work as a team with a psychiatrist, a psychologist, the GP, the gynae, and the pediatrician. That's your ideal team with all of us on board, all of us helping that mum. And the ideal form of treatment would be psychotherapy. And if it's a more moderate to severe depression, we would then use medication. Because therapy is hard work, and you often need medication to give you that initial lift to allow you to then work in therapy.
We've got a call on the line. Tumi from Cape Town. Tumi, good morning. What is your question or comment for our experts this morning?
Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I just want to find out how long can depression last?
How long can postpartum depression last?
Depression can last years if it's not treated, but if it is treated, you can get better within 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, thank you very much, Tumi, for your call. So if you identify maybe yourself, family member, friend, what advice would you give? What is the first step that you need to take? Obviously recognizing that there is some form of postpartum depression.
I would suggest they go and see who their healthcare practitioner is, the person they're most comfortable with. And that can be their pediatrician, that can be their gynae, the family doctor, their dietitian, because you're seeing a lot of babies, baby clinic sisters, whoever their first port of call is. And that person will then take it further and refer them on to whoever's needed.
And can nutrition play a role in making sure that you manage this and, of course, having a very kind of successful pregnancy with no depression?
I wouldn't put it out there to say it would totally prevent depression, but definitely we know being well nourished, meeting all your requirements is definitely going to be a good platform and foundation to base therapy on, add medication to if necessary, and of course allow for successful breastfeeding going forward. So it does play a role like that.
Cool. Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It is a rather heavy subject this morning as well, but
an important one as well.
An important one. There is help. We need to talk about these things. There is help out there. So prevention, as we were saying, is way better than cure. We know that as well. And if you pick up a hint of postpartum depression, maybe you as a man with regards to your partner, act at risk, as soon as you can, because if you feel you are at risk, consult your local clinic, maybe your GP even, or even a psychiatrist as well, and just know that you are not alone in this.
Yeah, and thank you so much to Kath and, of course, Dr. Bavi. Our Baby Talk segment is proudly brought to you by NutriKids.
NutriKids, good for mom, way better for kids. Made with love by Clover.
Are you giving back and making a difference? You might be supporting a charity or foundation close to your heart, or maybe you're giving back to the less fortunate. Whatever it is, no matter how small or big, you're making a difference in the world and in someone's life. And at Expresso, our family, we've chosen to help make a difference in the lives of children with cancer. And we're helping CHOC, the Childhood Cancer Foundation, raise funds towards buying a new home away from home for cancer patients and their families. CHOC aims to ease the burden by providing access to relevant information as well as emotional and practical support. Each of us can make a difference, but together we can make a change. And therefore, we would love for you to get involved. We've made it easy for you to donate. You can simply donate through SnapScan, Zapper, Back-A-Buddy, or EFT. Now, for more information, head on over to Expresso's Facebook page or our website, that's expressoshow.com.
So here's the thing. What just went down is the answer is you say what's coming up first because mine's better than yours.
It is.
Let our viewers be the judge on that one.
Cool.
Okay, so
You go first.
So in the kitchen on the menu we have a dark chocolate and chili condensed milk cheesecake. All right, that tops
nice.
everything.
But I'm talking about Henry Cavill that tops everything else. And he's played Superman, he's played Tom Cruise's nemesis, and now he fancies a role at being James Bond. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I won.
He likes cheesecake. I win.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. Back with JP Sebastian as we're gearing up to get into some movie news on this Thursday as we head into the weekend. But first up, let's take a look at that box office top 5 once again.
You can dance, you can jive, earning $1 billion worldwide. Sorry, it's the SA box office top 5. The Diamonds lost its shine after 5 weeks. Ocean's 8's a spot down to 5th. Stretch all you like, but even a 13 billion rand raking movie sags after 6 weeks. Incredibles 2 is 4th. About time Hollywood fairly represented short men. Ant-Man and the Wasp still 3rd. 5 times taller than Nakatomi, half as exciting as John McClane. Skyscrapers 2 in as many weeks. And Lily James carries the torch gorgeously, sequeling Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, opening first.
Sing it, JP, let's go, come on. Come on.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life.
Dude, they should have given you a role in that movie, dude. Well done. That was great.
If we wanted to end the concept of cinema once and for all, if we wanted the world to burn itself down, I apologize to all who are faint of heart.
Okay.
To the women and children.
Stop it. You're being hard on yourself. That was beautiful.
I apologize
You were
to
being
Tata.
hard on yourself. No, come now, man. Come now. Just stick to the singing, man. Listen, let's get into some movie news. What do you got?
So Quentin Tarantino is doing his 9th movie. Which would be second last. You're still laughing at my singing.
Still laughing, sorry.
I've got a lot to think about. No, anyway. So apparently his second last movie before he retires, and This was kind of controversial because it's about the set at the same time rather as the murder of Sharon Tate, who was Roman Polanski's wife, who was pregnant at the time that the Manson family cult murdered her and whatever. So this is a really contentious issue because they even wanted to release this movie at the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of this, which really just seems perverse.
Yeah.
To want to make sort of like a fanfare out of it and whatever. So Quentin Tarantino fortunately met with the sister of Sharon Tate, Deborah Tate, and put to rest a lot of her fears about the exploitativeness and what she called attackiness of this idea of setting the movie around a murder at the same time. Anyway, so yes, I'm back behind the scenes pictures. That's Leonardo DiCaprio there and Brad Pitt looking decidedly 60s.
Very.
Very, very happy there. It looks like the old days in SA even. And what Tarantino, who you're looking at right there, looking quite frumpy and upset with himself, did is totally recreated down to a T a whole basically town of Hollywood, like the architecture, obviously the costumes and everything else. Should be quite interesting. So it's, like I said, not totally set around this cult murder.
Yeah.
That's just a backdrop for the story of Leonardo DiCaprio trying to make it to sort of the next level of Hollywood fame. So mix in with this sort of violence of the history it was in, as well as sort of like that.
But it looks like it's going to be a great movie, man. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie in there as well.
Yeah, who is killing it, as the kids say.
Absolutely killing it.
Myself
Henry Cavill, 007?
Yeah, we've had a lot of mention about him on the set now. It seems like...
because we like him, man.
Zoe is taken with him. Leanne seems ready to fight over him too. Henry Cavill is throwing his hat into the ring for Bond contention.
Nice. Okay.
Weird choice of words are just strung together. Yeah. So, in an interview about Mission Impossible 6? Yes, it is number 6. Fallout is the other name, obviously. He said that it was just something about the sort of the physicality of this character.
Yeah.
Which, when you see this movie, you'll see that he's a big dude and every punch lands.
Yeah.
That he felt like he was more prepared than ever to take on a role like Bond. And he thinks that that's something he can bring that's different.
Yeah.
Is the real, like, rough, doing the stunts down to the T, like... Not actually like employing computer work or anything like that.
Yeah.
So he seems really amped to
I
challenge
for one
for
think he'll make a great Bond. I really do.
He's definitely got like sort of the outward look, but for me, hey, personally, I think the guy's still a bit vanilla. Maybe like if he's got the right director. he's
Don't hate JP.
Very handsome brick wall.
Very handsome brick wall. Listen, just quickly to wrap up, the director James Gunn.
So this is a really hard one to wrap up real quick, but obviously it's big news. James Gunn, who was Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 director, was an agitator on Twitter, basically, an alt-right guy who are the worst of people, who resurfaced old tweets that James Gunn had apologized for, which were appalling tweets. They were bad jokes about child abuse, stupid, bad mistakes, and that he made an apology for. But now that he apologized in 2012, now that they resurfaced, the studio has fired the dude, and obviously his cast has come out to defend him. Chris Pratt's like, give a dude a break. Can people have a chance to learn over 10 years of mistakes? Dave Bautista is like a lot more aggressive about it, talking about, sticking it to the cyber Nazis. But, I mean, that decision, hectic. Like, you've got now, even Rian Johnson has deleted 20,000 tweets, a director of one of the new Star Wars movies. So, is it the right decision? I mean, I'd say they are appalling tweets, but it seems like a hectic reaction.
Well, it shows you history does catch up with you in the end. It doesn't matter. But all right, JP, thank you very much, man. I'm still gunning for 007 and Henry Cavill. Without his mustache, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe if he just has to, I don't know.
That's your movie news on the Yoga Breakfast Show. Thanks, JP.
Use those.
Well, talking about movies, one we can't wait to see, starring Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin. They star in a romantic drama based on a biographical novel set in 1983 about a couple who are left stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean after a hurricane, and they must find their way to Hawaii with a damaged ship and no radio. Now, this heartbreaking true story about the fight for survival against the harsh currents of nature is sure to be a tearjerker.
And we're giving 5 of you lucky viewers the chance to win one of 5 amazing Kindles valued at 2,000 Rand. So you can watch the movie and then use your new Kindle to read the book right after that. Now, if you're feeling lucky, visit the Expresso Facebook page, find the competition post, and share a photo of you and the person you'd want to be stuck on a ship with and tell us why. The competition will close on Friday, the 27th of July at 5 p.m. and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
I would like to be stuck with Michael B. Jordan because Michael B. Jordan.
Ladies. Anyways, look who's back. Hey! Gabriela San Giorgio, she is back. So good to have you. I haven't seen you in like forever.
I've been traveling. It's been really fun.
You've been traveling and running, basically, as well.
But so happy to be home. Honestly, we got off the plane on Friday and I heard the South African accent and I got very emotional.
Okay, so where were you? Just recap for our viewers.
So one of my best mates owns a charity which we ran from Pretoria to Cape Town. Which was amazing.
Ran from Pretoria to Cape Town.
Yeah, well, I was the photographer. I didn't do that much running. And then I was on honeymoon for 3 weeks, and then, which was great.
And look at you, all tanned and glowing and beautiful and ready to make some dessert. That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
So we're using Clover condensed milk this morning. This is a decadent dessert that will blow your guests' minds. Dark chocolate and chili condensed milk cheesecake. Gabriela, take it away. Floor's yours.
And the great thing is only 6 ingredients, which is like, so you're in a rush, it's a win. So what we're going to start with is we've got some Clover condensed milk over here.
All right.
Which is great, because it's already got your sugar in, so you don't have to worry about adding
Anything
sugar
else?
and any stabilizers, because it's already done for you,
Yes.
which is really convenient.
All right, and that's what, cream
And
cheese?
this is cream cheese, just plain cream cheese.
Cream
for that cheesecake taste. So that's the great thing about using something like Clover condensed milk. It's already got all of your ingredients that you need for a base of a cheesecake.
That's it.
So what I'm going to do is beat this up, just so it's smooth, which is really quick. You can also just stick this in a food processor at home.
Easy, but I mean, a hand mixer works perfectly well.
Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Wow. Now the keyword is dessert. SMS that to 33728. That's dessert to 33728. If you want to get your hands on this recipe, maybe put this one in your recipe book for this weekend if you want to be entertaining as well.
Exactly. It's
Right.
also, it's great because you'll see now it takes like 2 seconds.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spoon this now into our glass. This is looking awesome. So we're going to spoon this now. Do you want to continue doing that for me? Because I'm going to just finish up our ganache.
Sure.
Which is, what we've got here is just some warmed up cream, which we've taken off the heat. Because in order to get your proper like glossy ganache you don't want the cream to be too hot.
That's it.
So I've got some chocolate now, some dark chocolate I've stuck in here, and I'm putting in a little bit of chili, which is great for winter because it's really warming. If you don't like chili, then you can also try something like cayenne pepper, which isn't like so hot, but this is really nice to kind of warm the body from the inside out. And a little bit of fat burning while we indulge in all the sugar.
You know what? Why not? It's winter. Your body needs a little bit more calories.
Agreed. I'm not going to deny that at all.
But I love the combination of chili and chocolate. That's going to go so well with this kind of cheesecake mixture that you just made.
Thank you. So what we've got here is we just whisked it out, so it's all nice and smooth and glossy and yum. And all I'm going to do now is spoon that.
I was worried up until it said yum. And then I was like, okay, cool. Now we're good to go.
And all I'm going to do now is spoon this over our mixture. Unfortunately, this is quite cold, so the chocolate won't melt too much.
Do you have to let it set beforehand?
If you have time, you can already set this in the fridge for an hour to set.
Okay.
But to be honest, I've often done this. Just stick this on and then stick it in the fridge afterwards.
Right, easy like that. And you can smell that chili and the chocolate. Beautiful.
Thank you, yeah. So now we're going to just basically make a beautiful chocolate layer on top.
The keyword is dessert. SMS that to 33728. This looks decadent. You can check it out on our website as well, expressoshow.com. But that SMS number is, there we go. I just want to make sure. SMS number 33728. I'm just watching because I'm a fan of cheesecake, I'm a big fan of cheesecake.
I mean, I know this is a total cheats version of like the baked cheesecake, but
Absolutely.
we all have those days where you're in a rush, especially if you have kids at home. If everyone's wondering, that's not on my mind just yet. I've had a few people asking me that.
You did come from honeymoon, I'm just saying.
And just a food baby, that's about it for the meantime. And I'm going to decorate with a bit of chili, just for that extra kick.
All right.
And just something for some crunch we've got. You can do a choice of chocolate biscuit. So we've got a bit of a wafer, which I'm going to crumble on top, just for that extra texture.
Brilliant stuff. Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a way to enter the weekend with this beautiful dark chocolate. Oh, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Good to have you back as well.
Thank you.
Hey, I hope to see
a
little bit more of you.
Well, hopefully.
On the breakfast show this morning.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Listen, the keyword is dessert. SMS that to 33728. That's dessert to 33728. Will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com. Gabby, San Giorgio.
if you're not feeling scrambled eggs for breakfast, then make sure you tune into Afternoon Express a little later today at 4:30 p.m. as they will be giving you some great breakfast or brunch options. And today they'll be making tofu scramble packed with fresh vegetables, high in protein and nutrients for the whole family. That's all taking place on Afternoon Express at 4:30 p.m. on 3.
Attention shoppers, are you ready to get involved with the ultimate shopping challenge at Blue Route Mall? The So You Think You Can Shop competition is in full swing, giving shoppers who spend 250 Rand or more the opportunity to win one of 2 brand new Kia Picantos valued at over 130,000 Rand. Now, if that isn't exciting enough, there are many amazing competitions on at Blue Route Mall, and this is on the Facebook page where you can win vouchers at various stores in Blue Route Mall. Now, the competition closes on August the 26th, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
All right, well, there's a couple of minutes left of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Look at all these beautiful faces, all in color right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. They are our world champs, the Tigerberg Children's Choir. Sorry, I've got it. They're going to be performing for us once again after the break to close off the show. Don't miss it.
Bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. Is it after that I had chips? Did you push the glass and red? I stood for nothing, I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Already pushing off the dust. Hear my voice, hear that sound. Like thunder, gonna shake them down. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of a tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Well, we just love celebrating birthdays here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we want to give you one more opportunity to wish somebody in your life a very big happy birthday. Triley says, I'm celebrating my younger sister's birthday today. Happy birthday, younger sister. Crystal says, happy sweet 16th birthday to my baby girl, Kwesta. Love you so much, my soul child. Simpiwe says, yes, we are 5 years old today. Alrighty, EFF turns 5. And then Amor says, happy belated birthday to my dear sister, the Pearl and Ruby of my life, Taboho, Pearl, Mama Gabby, Serrane. And then Wisal says, celebrating the birthday of my mom's late uncle. We will have a prayer meeting this evening for him and put flowers at his grave later today. And then Tepiso says, happy birthday to her Litladli Rampele. So happy birthday to everybody. And of course, we extend best wishes to you. Hope you have the most amazing day.
Right now, we are about to close off the show in a phenomenal manner. We are hanging out with the Tigerberg Children's Choir. They've been crowned world champs at the recent World Choir Games in Gauteng, and we couldn't be more proud. They've been making some incredible music for us. Hendrik, thank you very much once again for coming through, bringing the spectacular group of kids. You must be so proud. I can't even imagine how you must be feeling, man.
I am.
Yeah. What do you think it means for the children to be part of something so monumental? World champs.
Yeah, I think it's something that must still sink in, but the whole thing is they can take it with them their whole life through. They can put it on their CVs. They are world champions, and they react towards that.
Absolutely. Now, it is still the middle of the year with so much achieved already this year. Is there still anything ahead? What is lying in the pipeline for the choir this year?
Yes, concerts are rolling in that we have to do. And
I'm sure more so now.
it is actually so. But the first thing is that we have to concentrate on is a recording session on Sunday, because that'll be forever and ever. It's a CD that we're going to make of all the music that we've done in the World Choir Games. And then the 5th of August, we have a gala concert with all the other choirs in the vicinity, the children's choirs that took part in the World Choir Games and were successful. And then my biggest one coming around is the 9th of September in the Endler Hall in Stellenbosch. And then it's the last time that these children will be under my direction, because some of them are going to leave us, the grade 9s, and then later the year the grade 8s also. But then before that we have Fishhook, we have Constantia, and then we also have concerts, Christmas concerts coming out. That is very popular with the people of South Africa.
You guys are very, very busy. Well done, well done. All right, one more performance. What are we performing?
We're performing Raw, and I think that is one of the favorites because we took part in the sacred categories, accompaniment with sacred with accompaniment, the children's choir, and then folklore and pop choir section. In 3 of them, the pop choir, the folklore, and the sacred was against adult choirs as well. University choirs and all. It's not only children's choir. But the biggest one for us now is the children's choir one.
That's it. So let's get a taste of that. It's Katy Perry's Raw by the Tygerberg Children's Choir. Take it away.
Bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. Guess that I forgot I had just it. That you pushed me past the great thing. I stood for nothing, I fell for everything. Held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. Hear my voice, hear that sound. Thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Down floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee. I earned shafts. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up. Already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of a tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me
Troopers, absolute troopers, those young people have been the entire morning. Stellar performance.
Look at those gold medals hanging around there, those trophies. They deserve that, eh?
Stunning.
Out and out.
World class. Love it.
Listen, thank you very much for joining us. It's been an incredible show. It's been a Thursday, that's for sure. But tomorrow is Friday. Yes, we get to do it all over again. We have the Stellenbosch Choir joining us as well tomorrow. We're keeping the choirs closing off the week, which is going to be very, very special. So make sure you don't miss that.
It's also the last call for Mr. South Africa, and we will be bringing you some budget travel with Travel Start South Africa, and of course a weekend recipe that is a lemon pie.
Ooh,
I love a lemon
weekend,
pie.
To link on to our dark chocolate and chili condensed milk cheesecake.
Stop it. What are you trying to do to us?
Diet.
Well, thank you so much to the Tygerberg Children's Choir again. They were absolutely amazing all morning. World class. Look at them. They're so beautiful, so bright, so professional. And we just love having them there. We love having you here. And we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place, 6 all the way through to 9. Bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good production.